Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm going to be your DM tonight. This is my lovely cast and crew. It's a full boys night, and it's a full crew.
Whoa.
So let's get the obvious stuff out of the way first. Still sponsored by McCarthy Farms and
Our pride and joys.
and Cole's whatever Cole's is on Cole's face. So, anyways, let's just dive into the recap. Last week, left off, you guys, Magmore in particular, was just enjoying the sweet taste of victory as he defeated Jerry in single combat in the Coliseum, and it was like everybody knew about it, all the way from the surface dwellers all the way down to the Undercity. You guys had met the Mouth, who had given you an offer to possibly work with him, and he being one of the big heads of the underground. You guys kind of blew him off, and unfortunately, we're not able to maybe return with an answer promptly, as in the midst of celebrating, you guys had started to fall asleep. Heavy Neck and Sheila, I believe, were still up and kicking, but Heavy Neck received a message. It was from Fiera. Asfa'eia was burning. It wasn't a joke. There was a couple more messages that claimed that he was going to the cultivation fields to hopefully try and find Pothos, and that's where the messages ended. You guys were quickly woken up by Heavy Neck banging on, is it 8 or 9? What number are you at now? Still 8? Okay.
Yeah,
so
8.
Banging on 8 as a giant bell to wake everybody up. You guys were roused to your feet and quickly made the decision to, Heavy Neck said, we got to teleport there. So you guys made some quick choices. Half of the group decided to go with Etrian and tree teleport through the front mast, while the rest of you cast Teleportation Circle, which is tonight's crew. So we are going to pick up right at where we left off with you guys had just hopped into the Teleportation Circle, which brought you into the kind of under cavern, like the old library section that you guys had found underneath Brian's, and you quickly made your way to the door, and right by the time you guys got to the little hatch, it was already hot, smoking. You could hear commotion outside. You pushed open the hatch and then walked out into the Brian's was basically half on fire. You guys had to get the fuck out of there, and you guys scrambled out into basically into the front courtyard, which is the Brian's Apothecary, but also shared with the Stargazer. So we are going to bring you guys into that map because, surprise, surprise, we're going to start with some combat. So the first thing, as you guys bust out of the door, you are greeted with this gnarly looking, dirty, half patchy bearded pirate who has this woman by the blonde woman by the hair, and we're gonna start the around right as he drives his scimitar through her chest and yells, "Surprise! Ha ha!" And you hear from down over here in the alleyway, you hear a "My no!" As you guys can look back and see that maybe the father and the mother, the daughter, are sitting there trying to protect her. So yeah, let's all roll initiative, everybody.
You want me to on this too?
You are all. If you look in the top right, sir, you're gonna appear up there.
You'll have to remove my extra token.
Where is your?
Because one of them is not mine. I can't control it.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, you can put it in. That one? You can control the other one, right?
The one that's on the left, I cannot control.
The one that's on the left. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Let me refresh. I think something might be happening.
Yeah, you're supposed to be controlled by you. All right, so I'm gonna have.
I can control this one that I'm moving around.
All right, so sorry. Now that the turn order's up, everybody can add their. Oh, there we go.
Which one's me?
Top right of the map.
Top right of the map. I don't see one.
You guys, hold on. Did I not?
Somewhere over here?
No, hold on. Sorry, I did not move you
Oh.
guys.
That is helpful.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah, here we go. So this, yeah. I
And
just
now we
did-
have to re-roll. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So please reroll.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm doing everything right, but
Annoying.
Can I keep my original roll?
Yeah.
Can I not?
I'll let you. I feel like it was a legit roll.
Whoa, what is this thing doing on this screen?
But
The dinosaur.
well, you guys don't see that yet.
Yeah.
I don't have Fog of War up.
What the? What?
Max showed
sorry.
up.
What the hell is happening?
Guys, you might have made some magical fucking enemies.
Oh.
Can you add me to the turn order?
Yes. What'd you get?
It was a 12 on these shitty rolls.
So can you point out where this person with a scimitar is again?
Right here. This
Got it.
person, this lady, is definitely dead. All right, guys.
Also, can you make 8 a little bit bigger by chance? I don't know if I can. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
I got you, buddy.
Thanks.
Okay. He goes right after you, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, cool. So with that, you guys, as this guy yells surprise, you're gonna hear, and I don't know if it's gonna pick this up or not.
No.
You guys didn't get that?
Nope.
All right. Well, anyways, sorry. Then my mic's just stupid. You hear the roar of a T-Rex.
I
As,
can
it
barely.
echoes all around you. You guys look off in a panic as you know.
I heard that
There
one.
it is.
Perfect. So as you hear this echo off the walls of the town around you, you see. All right. All right. You see that it is just a sea of orange, yellow, and white, and it is just like getting to be like black ceiling above you from all the smoke. You see that there are shrapnel debris. It looks like there is like half like exploded food that lay rotting on the ground, like squash, apples, like other meats that look like half charred. A bunch of maybe pamphlets or letters that are just kind of like swirling all around with the wind that's carrying through. So with that, Nocton, top of the round. We'll start with you.
As we climb out and I see clearly someone who is not supposed to be murdering people murdering someone who I definitely recognize. I do not recall their name, obviously, because I don't remember anyone's name.
Nope.
And I just whip out my pistol and shoot him.
All right, go for it.
So it is a 14 hit.
I don't believe so. Hold on. He is a foot soldier, so 14 does not hit. As you're just trying to take aim and just miss.
Okay, well, I correct my aim immediately. Does a 19 hit?
That definitely hits. As he dodges out of the way and goes, "You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me."
And Knockdown sort of just impassive, just shifts his aim slightly, goes again, 13 piercing damage.
Okay, so he has 13 brings him to. Nice. Okay, cool. And what else?
8 is going to run forward Now, I let me rephrase. As I look around, as I come out, do I see it? I see this character here with the shield. I'm assuming.
Oh, Josh, you're up there. You're starting up there. I had you up there for a reason.
Oh, up here for a reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, immediately after I fire, I'm just gonna sort of wave 8 forward. Is this scale correct here?
Yes.
Okay. And 8's going
I
to
just made you guys bigger so that you could see like the tokens a little
That's
bit.
fine, yeah. 8's gonna just bull forward.
Nice. Cool. And that's it?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Next up is all of the foot soldiers that are on the ground. You hear this guy with a scimitar kind of see this giant machine coming and go, oh fuck, oh fuck. And he's going to drop the body like he already did. And then he is going to start running backwards. He's going to dash, actually. Screaming. Well, we go well. And then as he starts screaming that, you watch all these other like pirates start to turn and look in his direction, and they see all of you kind of standing there. And speaking of standing there, you see the Goliath, Sheila, and you just hear them all start to echo through the entire courtyard and start to like carry it beyond on top of the roof as well, we got a well. And it looks like they are starting to organize and focus on you. So seeing you guys there.
Hey AJ, can we technical difficulties for a minute?
Yeah, what's going on?
My bandwidth is like not good, so like the stream is experiencing issues.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Be right back, guys. All right, so welcome back. So we're just gonna be recording tonight because we got some shitty bandwidth and we don't want to deal with the shitty stream. So we will post this later. So coming right back into the action, Asfa'eia is fucking burning. You just watched a mom die in front of her family, and it looks like the enemies have mobilized and are now aware of your presence by a call sign that is no, they just start screaming whale. And while we were doing the figuring out what we were going to do, I've already moved all of the specific ground guys. So next up is Psycho X, or not Psycho X, just Psycho Girlfriend Estrada. Hearing whale, that's interesting. She is going to there, and she's going to look up at the T-Rex and go, "Okay, Caroline, we're gonna deal with your friends apparently, and then we're gonna come in there and figure out how to come get you. So sit tight. We're gonna come get you. Don't worry. We'll just deal with your bitch ass friends." And you guys can kind of make out that there's like a woman shouting something on the other end. But then she looks to the T-Rex and just kind of nods and then points in a direction. Finn, you're up.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to hand off a potion to Sheila.
Oh boy,
Fuckers, dude.
let's do it.
And it is
T-Rex
a
boss fight.
potion of growth.
Oh, yes.
And is that my action or
Uh, it'll I if you're right next to him, I'll say it's a free action. So you'd have
okay,
to get.
cool. So free action to do that.
Yeah, and I put you far away, but I just put you so that you guys look nice. You guys could be more clumped together
Okay,
if you would.
cool. Yeah, we would all be clumped together anyway because of the circle. Um, cool. We're gonna do that, and then I'm going to mage armor.
So nice. You feel protected, and that's it.
Um,
You got movement because you started there.
I'm gonna hang back for the time being.
Cool. All right. T-Rex noise again. As this thing starts. Actually, it started here, so that's 50 feet of movement. Actually, it'll dash for 100. As
What does the advantage of enlarge give me?
it adds to your damage.
You
AC, I believe.
you double in size in every dimension. You your weight is multiplied by 8. You add a D4 to all weapon attacks.
Super juicy.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I added D4 to everything.
Every
So-
attack, yeah.
And you're probably big enough to suplex a T-Rex now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you drink it. But you guys, as Finn hands this potion to Sheila, you hear as none of you can poke your head around the corner, but this huge T-Rex head just swings around this alleyway, and you just hear blood-curdling screams from this little girl who looks backwards and just is like her voice just like kind of cuts out because she's just like dry from screaming so much tonight. But that's the end of his because it's just all of his movements and his actions. So now, Utag, boy, did
Ahoy.
you not think that this was gonna happen when you came home?
Did not expect to see this.
I mean, Asfa'eia is a boring fucking town that but people just pass through it. Unfortunately, while you were stopping by to see like a friend of yours, you heard you actually you stayed at that person's house, I would assume, and then in the middle of the night you were awoken by the sounds of like just explosions, just like basically just following down the main strip of Asfa'eia. But you woke up, quickly realized that you were under attack as flames started to be like thrown onto roofs and burning and looting, and there was a mindless killing as pirates were trying to drag people out of their homes and just murder them in front of you. You quickly were able to get all of your armor on, and like just head straight out the door. You told your friend to just lay low. Now he's clearly not meant for this. You already had your Triton to begin with, but you grab your shield and you book it. You By the time that you made it to here, you would have already had some like real sick over the shoulder as you're running through, just like stabbing pirates. You know, you pull this like young couple to safety as like this other guy comes over and you block him with their shield and just like go right underneath his head, twisting and pulling out. Uh, right as he falls, some other guy looks over. You chuck your fucking spear at him. Just roll attack for me.
Just a regular attack roll.
Yeah, just roll a regular attack, like as if you were throwing it. He's within distance.
16.
Oh yeah, just whoosh, sticks right in his chest, and right before he looks down, the Triton turns to water, and it starts to curl out of the barnacles that are on your wrists and hands, and then it reforms into your right hand, and then you hear a T-Rex roar from like the direction of the Stargazer, and you are just finishing up, like just like sprinting into this area, seeing this T-Rex, and you can see kind of it looks like people that aren't pirates off over here that it look like they're like definitely not, they're not from Asfaya, and they definitely don't look like pirates. um but these guys up here definitely are. So now that you are here and ready for battle, what are you doing?
Right. So I would immediately realize that I could probably not take on this T-Rex standing here
Pretty big.
alone, and to not want to draw attention to myself. I'm going to start to do a running jump, and move. Actually, I'll just move myself back there. How far is that? Because this isn't. All right.
They're pretty far away.
Yeah. Okay. Um. All right. So I'm going to move. I can move 40, so I will move this way. Um, and I can't move my character.
Oh,
Uh,
Utah, really? Or are
Yeah.
you someone else?
Uh,
Try and refresh.
oh wait, hold on. Yep, refresh it. All right, so I'm gonna move down closer to the group.
Cool.
And as I'm running, I'm going to try to huck a spear at this guy here.
Do it. Roll an attack. I
All
believe at
right.
disadvantage because he's pretty far away. Oh, sorry.
Uh, is he? I got 60 feet on him. Yeah, so just outside. So disadvantage.
Yep.
All right. Uh,
Doesn't fucking matter.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Just
um,
sticks right in his back as he was like trying to like look underneath this T-Rex head, and you just get him right in the neck. And he looks over quickly to see what the fuck just how much damage?
uh, 7.
7. Nice. He looks
Yep.
over, just fuck, as he just has these holes that quickly start pooling up with blood. That brings him down to
Uh, and as the spear hits him, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue running as it forms back into my hand, and I'm going to make a jump. Since I have, so I have two features that do it. I could have the athletics feature and my combat feature, so I can add an additional 6 squares to my jump.
holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
What the
so a total of 9, so I can jump 45 feet.
Oh my god.
That's
So
awesome. That's awesome.
here.
What
So
the
I
fuck
will
does
move
that
him.
look like, sir?
So
Superhero
it is.
landing.
Yeah.
It is like a Superman takeoff as I launch myself into the air, and as I come down, I will make my second attack on the same guy.
Awesome.
Damn.
Unfortunately, that's a 12.
Oh, yeah. It hits the ground, dissolves, and it's back in your hand. Does not hit.
Yep.
Oh.
And
But
it
he's
forms up in my hand as I land on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, that okay. Fucking cool. But you are now, I would say, that distance. Yeah. This guy turns and looks in your direction. Goes, "We got another one. It's right over there. He's running behind the house." All right. So, hold on. Wait, Nocton, what do you have? Do you have two?
What?
Yeah, you have two. You didn't roll that 10, right? You were 22.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So that was.
Oh, I'm
Just,
in there twice.
yeah, don't worry. All right, so Utag, fucking awesome. Now it's the guys on the roof, which
Sheila
did not
had as a
describe-
12. She's just not on the order turn. The turn order.
I thought I added her. All right. So,
You did, but it's not sorted by numbers, so she's after
Me.
no, I thought I did that.
Mine doesn't. Yeah, I don't even see Sheila.
Yeah, no, she's there.
There she is.
Yeah. Correct, guys. I don't know what happened to the turn order. My bad. So, yeah, Sheila, you would go.
Yeah, so Sheila is gonna like round the corner and just see this mother just get slaughtered and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah. And
see that dude just got rocked, right? So let's see.
Finn also handed you a potion. Just
Yeah. So
I know it was like an hour ago, but
she's gonna pop this potion and just like fucking slug it back after thinking that Finn gave her something because of what she just saw, not knowing it's a growth potion.
all right, cool. So you double in size.
Yeah. As she does it, she's
A
like,
little
it tastes
too
like
big.
mango and bad decisions. I need to roll a 1d4 for the length of it real quick.
Ooh,
No, 1 hour.
that's still good though. 1 hours.
That's.
Oh no, that was just a 1d. That didn't do anything. I didn't get the 4.
Come on.
It's a
There you
3.
go.
It's
a 3 hours.
Sorry.
Oh, you used for a while. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You are now massive fucking Sheila. Jesus Christ. You are definitely like your head is way above Brian's apothecary, and you can see plain as day that T-Rex over there who's like bent over, nosing through the alley, trying to like figure out what's going on over there.
Does this double my movement speed?
I don't think so.
no.
So,
It should.
like,
It should, but it doesn't.
My walking speed is 40 feet. There's just 40 feet still.
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably just do 40 feet more slowly.
Yeah. That's what it is. Then
It's like
okay.
wow, her legs are so long.
Sheila is just gonna she's just gonna take those long ass legs and slowly turn them towards the T-Rex now that she can see at eye level.
Okay.
And she's gonna start walking over there with her
You're walking
movement.
down the alley.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's from your feet, by the way. Like measure from like the bottom of your like where your shadow is.
Oh, okay.
Measure your feet.
So that's like 60 feet. Oh, that's so far away. I don't know what I want to do.
You better do something.
Shit. But yeah, I'm going after that T-Rex. I'm just gonna have to because I'm a big girl right now. So I'm going after that T-Rex and I'm entering a rage and I'm gonna go.
Okay, you can get all the way there if you dash.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna dash there. And then is that take my whole action or could I do a blade beam?
Action.
What?
That's her whole action, baby.
Okay, then that's it. Let's just do it. Bonus action rage.
Okay, beautiful. just veins that are probably the size of Heavy Neck's body at this point. Starts to shoot all through your neck and your arms and shoulders, and just like every muscle feels like you could just like cut this fucking T-Rex's head off in one swipe.
Oh, and
But
Sheila's
standing there just trying to make a show of it, maybe.
Sheila's eyes are so bloodshot; they're just now red. It just looks like two red like balls in her eyes now. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So then that means now it's the people on the roof's turn. So there's 4 of them. This guy, 30 feet there. There. Oh my God! As this, you're like, I just started like I'm on like season 3 of Attack on Titan, so like watching just kind of I'm having like a lot of good flashbacks right now. So like this guy just comes with because he's got a little rifle and he's just like shaking. It's just like, oh my God, huge. Uh, and so these 2 guys actually, because she walked through, are gonna go here and here, and they're gonna take 2 shots at Sheila, while this guy is gonna take a shot at this guy at disadvantage. So first guy at disadvantage. Cylinder. I'm sorry, disadvantage. All right, 22 on 8. So you're gonna take. Wow. 8 takes 13 points of piercing damage as like a ping blistering shot from that guy. These 2 guys are gonna take shots at Sheila. So 13 and 12. I don't believe either of those hit.
No.
No, Jesus. You hear crack, crack right behind you, and these guys look like they're trying to like maybe crouch down behind the peak of the Stargazer, which again, I didn't really describe that. The Stargazer currently is looks like you someone has transmuted the entire outside of it to stone. So all of the wooden shingles, all of the wooden pillars, all of the wooden slats, everything looks like it has been turned to stone. Even the glass that was in the window panes, and like almost frozen in time, like with some of the like decorations out front. But these guys on there, this guy is going to get to here, and then Sheila, you're going to be disadvantage 17.
17 hits.
Nice. You take 12 points of piercing damage, halved, because it's not magical at all. It's from a gun.
Yeah, as Sheila takes that damage, she wants to yell, Magmore, support me.
I don't have any spells.
Come on.
I'll try.
All right, cool. So that's all they're going to do. That means it's Finn's turn.
Isn't it Magmar's turn?
Wait, no, yeah, wait, there's 2 Finns too. Wait.
Finn should be the 18.
Okay, cool. All right, and then Magmore. Sorry, yeah, there was just
You're good.
double.
I can't. I don't have eyes directly on this guy holding this woman.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, yeah, you do.
I do. Okay, I'm gonna run up to him and swing at him with my hammer.
Oh, right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go for it. As you're going to swing, he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Oh no. Okay.
He's like clutching his like the child. Like, I mean, go ahead and swing. You said you're gonna swing.
No, if it.
I'll give you one. I will give you one. This is the only one you get for all of eternity.
Okay.
Go for it. You were able, like, you kind of like take 2 steps, and you can see that this father is like trying to protect his daughter, like in an alleyway where it seemingly kind of is safe.
Okay.
Cowering in fear.
Okay. My bad. It's a little hectic around here, guys.
All right, now what are you doing?
I'm gonna so since I just have moved like here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Um,
can at least use your movement a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. I'll have well having glanced now because I can see Shield, and then I now see this fucking T-Rex for the first time. I'm gonna bonus action Shield of Faith myself,
Okay. Beautiful.
and that'll be it.
As you are now feel fortified as your hair and beard start to blister with like an under fire that's at your roots.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. That means we're now back to the top of the round, which is Nocton.
So I'm going to have seen which of the two fired at us, or did they both?
They both, everyone's attacking you. So everyone
Great.
you can see
Okay,
those. Two
so
people.
I'm gonna immediately kind of duck behind as close to the corner as I can while still seeing these two in range.
Yeah, I mean,
And
there's gonna be a fire in the way, so I'd say that like.
okay, then oh, I got what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna immediately take a shot at each one in turn.
Okay, cool.
14 and 25.
You have to beat a 16. So the first one misses, and then 25 hits. So how much damage?
7.
All right, cool.
And then I'm going to run to like the corner of the building.
All right, yeah.
And 7, I mean, excuse me, 8. Ah, the size of these are throwing me off.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Is also going to run to like right in the shadow of the building.
I could just take. Is the grid messing everybody up? Because I could just take off the grid and then.
I'm good with it. I mean, it's not
No, it's fine. Just scale wise, that's all that was.
Okay, yeah,
me. It's fine. I'll just check it every time. It's not a big deal. And then yeah, it's gonna run also into the shadow of the building. I'm going to. Can I? No, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right, cool. So you run up. You get maybe a more defensive position after shooting one guy in the fucking ass, right in the ass cheek. So that's everything that you got. That means all the foot soldiers are now gonna start moving in. This guy's gonna start dashing you.
Is Heavy Neck in the turn order?
Oh, he is not, because I missed him. I don't know how. I don't know why. I always forget about like the NPCs on like your team. He has ridiculous. What's your dex? Utag.
My dex
Yeah,
is 16 or 14.
14. Okay. So Heavy Neck go first. So let's. Heavy Neck spent his action to run up. Oh, this was all going on. I'll just say he ran up here. There was only that one guy, so he'll just take a shot. It'll be. Why don't I have his? 12. Nice. Cool. He did not get sneak attack because he was not hidden, but he is now there. So now it's back to the foot soldiers. Thank you, Aaron. So say they're gonna have to. Say they'll approach you with caution. this guy climbed on the roof while everything was going on. He's going to sprint this way. Utag, going to take a shot at you with this foot soldier, who is now getting the smoke out of his fucking eyes. Finally, it's definitely a disadvantage. What did I get?
20.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so 20 hits.
What you need?
Okay, good. That's what I need.
Yep.
Son of a bitch, good. All right, so you're gonna take 9 points of piercing damage as like it just missed one of your plates and got you right in the back.
Oof.
Here, Sheila, guess what? Ooh, nothing. I'm tempted that he hit the T-Rex with that shot because it was so bad, but we're not gonna do that. But it looks like he's just gonna follow up. All right, guys, that's all the foot soldiers. Finn, you are now up.
All right. I'm gonna do 3 Eldritch Blasts right at this middle guy over here.
Go for it. You have to beat a 16.
Okay. 1,
Already been shot.
2, 3, 12, 12, 16.
All right, so 16.
16 hits, so that's 10 force damage.
All right. And then finally he's like, haha, and then you just get him straight in the fucking chest, and then he's like, finally regains breath.
Finn kind of does this a little bit, and he goes, let's try again. 3 more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. Do you, you're all 3 of them at him?
All 3 have met him, so it's 19 force damage.
Yeah, so and he just like as he's like you like shatter his right knee, hit his other shoulder, and then just like smack him right on the jaw, and his head twists around and then falls right on the ground, and he is definitely dead.
Sick. And with that, Finn's gonna be like, they're not so bad to hit. You just gotta hit them a lot. And Finn's gonna, let's see.
You heard that? We're not so bad.
I'm gonna do 30 feet. Actually, this direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Keeping yourself away. Perfect. That's it.
That's all I can do.
All right. So Estrada's turn. Hell, she'll dash to get to here. Right as she gets down, like a little bit towards the base. Fuck, she's gonna realize that it doesn't reach that way. But she will. Sheila, you're the only one that can see what this girl looks like, and she is a Triton. Looks like she's some sort of like bard or like magical nonsense. She is covered in black. That means that she's wearing a bunch of different black straps that cover like all little sparing parts of her body, like all the way down to her legs. She has that like ratty tatty like black linens, like short black shorts, combat boots, torn black tights that basically look like fishnets. And the reason that you kind of pick up that she is a bard is because she's currently wielding a floating, hovering like about 3-4 feet in the air. It is how is it called? It's a koto, which is a Japanese like string instrument. And she is like currently just like playing like eerie little tunes in the background that you can just kind of make out like once like a crackle like dies down. And she's gonna throw a bardic inspiration towards little T-Rex guy, as she just whispers, "You can do it. I know you can." But you watch as like this little black ethereal magic kind of like hits the and dances along the back of the T-Rex. So now it's Heavy Neck's turn. He's done there. Shit. 30. Fuck it.
I'm gonna shoot between Sheila's legs.
No way. Sheila's got the T-Rex covered. He's gonna go deal with these bullshits. So he's gonna run up, put his pistol away, pull out both of his scimitars, kind of like drag him along the dirt a little bit. Those of you who can see his face see a giant fucking smile as he's just kind of like grinning and like running really low to the ground. And he is gonna come run up and he's gonna make his one attack. Doesn't have advantage, but he will get sneak attack. So with 18 definitely hits. So he is going to take 38 points of damage, which surprisingly is exactly what his HP is. So you watch Heavy Neck kind of dart through Noctun's legs, whip out both scimitars and run like in this little like low arc and come up, run and like draw his scimitar straight across this dude's stomach, and he opens him up and then like cuts right behind the dude's leg, and the guy just falls down dead. Yeah, they're all so fucking bad. All right, Uktag. I think you're muted.
You hear me now?
I can.
All right, so Utag's gonna run over to the wall here. He has athlete, and climbing doesn't require movement speed, and we'll
Okay.
get to the roof of this house.
All right, the roof is only 15 feet tall.
Okay, that's good. He'll run over and long jump his way over to the roof of this house here.
While you are running along the roof of a burning building,
Mhm.
could you roll a dexterity save? As you get on
hope you're
top
a
and like
Dexter
you go to
boy.
plant right off your back foot, and you can feel that the roof it kind of like gives under the immediate pressure that you give it.
All right. I am going to use
You gotta get a
my
14.
yeah. So I'm gonna add 3 to it with what is it? There's an action that I had that I can add a +3 to it, whatever the roll is, but I can't find it right now. Whatever, I'll just roll it.
Yeah, easy enough.
Yeah.
But
right.
you look back for a moment, you're like, oh, that could have been close. But you are with that kind of ability, easily able to like jump and land onto the stone roof of the Stargazer.
As I kind of land, I'll look up at the guy in front of me and make a upward thrust with my spear.
All right.
Misses.
Yeah.
And then I will turn to the guy next to me and make one on him as well.
Okay.
And that's an 18.
That one hits.
All right. So 10 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action as I pull it out of him, shove the butt end into the other guy again.
Nice.
With a 20.
That hits. Roll your damage. Oh my god.
7.
So
to him.
you thrust into him, like pierce right through whatever leather armor he has, and then right as you pull it out, you just turn around and then like slide your hand up like to the top of it, and then just jab it behind, barely even looking from behind, and then just hit him right in the throat, and then just like pull it out real quick, and he just falls limp like a rag doll.
And that's the end of the turn.
Beautiful. All right, Utag coming in hot. T-Rex time. All right, Sheila. You ready for this Godzilla battle? Uh, shit. We'll go here. All right, Sheila. It is going. I believe it is going to be able to make. Where's that T-Rex? Well, actually, I think you're too far away because it was here. Okay, I'll give it to him just for the size. All right, so 2 attacks. So bite and tail. Does not have advantage, obviously. 22, 14.
Just the 22.
Okay, so just with the bite, he comes in. Hold on. Take 39 piercing damage, halved, as this T-Rex latches right over you. Your head goes inside of its mouth for a second as it pierces right on your chest, and then releases you just for a second to try and whip its tail around, but the tail hits off the stone wall in front of you and blocks it. And it just roars in your face, and just it smells terrible. Oddly like cheese. But that is the T-Rex turn. Sheila, what's your retaliation?
I heard if you don't move, it can't see you.
Sheila is just gonna recoil from that smell and then just recklessly return on 2 attacks. So 21 definitely is gonna hit.
Definitely hits.
Yeah, and 23 on the other 27. So,
so it has a 13 armor class.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna do my damage for my sword. 15
plus a D4.
Yeah, plus a D4, right?
For every attack.
15.
3. 19 for my other one, and then an additional one. So 18, 20, what is that? 38 damage.
Don't worry, I was subtracting as I was going along. I got it. You and just swing straight up all over, like cutting all over this thing's chest and neck, and it reels back, like plants its feet, roars again. It looks like it's still pretty beefy at this point. That means it's Rooftop Boys. All right, this guy, Sheila, finally. No. Wait. Oh yeah, bitch, suck it. Not disadvantage. 15. Boo, that doesn't hit. Top one misses. This one is going to take the disengage action and is going to start running backwards along the thing. He's dead.
Does he provoke an attack of opportunity on me?
No, he disengaged.
Okay.
So he used his action to disengage from you. But this guy is going to run up and definitely. Hold on. Why? Don't do that. Yeah, so you're just within range. So just the shot just king hits off your armor. No big deal. Doesn't even make like barely a scuff. Shitty bullet. But that means that's all the top guys. So Magmore.
All right. I'm gonna move. Let's see. How do I do the measuring thing?
The little ruler.
Oh, it's the. Oh, thank you.
Or if you just grab your token, you can like hold down the left click and then right click, and then it'll give you like a reading where you can go while
Oh, I
holding.
Okay, okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, yeah. I go there. And then can I reach this mother? Oh. All right, I'm gonna cast
Cass,
Sig-
you have spells?
I have cantrips.
Do
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame with this guy. He's
it.
gotta make a dex save.
Dex save?
Yep.
I don't think these
Or
guys
take 19 radiant
soldier
damage.
plus 3 to his save. Natural
Abs-
20.
100%.
Womp womp.
And that'll be it for me.
What was that?
I'm coming for you, bud.
What was that? Was that you? Fuck you. Come for you first. Fuck you.
Me first.
Nocton.
So
Dagmar's arguing with one of them. That's still alive.
I'm gonna see Sheila just like lay into this creature.
Oh, huge crevasses are starting to form as cuts on the front of her, where she's like actually hitting.
And sorry. And I'm going to sort of line up a shot right for the dino's face. It's a 21 hit, excuse me.
Yeah, for the dino, for sure.
Yeah.
13. Yes.
11 piercing, and then I'm gonna
11 piercing.
all right, guys, I gotta check my ranges. Hold on.
All right. You watch the muscle ripple from the impact.
So as I'm gonna run in front of the two people cowering here and do it again.
Okay, cool.
It's 15 hit,
15 does hit.
12 piercing, and then 8's gonna run just like barrel towards this guy up near the side.
Cool. On this guy, roll your attacks. Or wait, is he just gonna be able to
He's right there, so it's up to you.
I'll give it to you. I've been giving it to everybody. So like
Great. Yep, so then he's gonna
I'm not gonna get technical on this. So like it's like part theater of their mind. So don't worry about it. We're
does
losing.
20 hit?
Yeah, that hits. You need a 16 on that bad boy.
That's 3 force damage. That's
3 force.
Kind of a
3?
sad roll. Oh god, that's why.
He gets hit and goes, "Hey, that wasn't that bad." All right, cool. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, foot soldiers. So this guy with 8 in front of him is just gonna take his attack. He's a swashbuckler, so he is going to use his rapier. 16?
Is that on me?
No, 8.
That's what I mean. On that hits.
Nice. All right, cool. So you are going to take 1d8 plus 6, and then you're also going to take
That sneak.
yeah, 9 points of sneak attack.
Oh, just like skewers right through.
You watch him like he's like looking for like trying to line up where like there's a gap in the plate, and you watch him just kind of like find one of the gaps and then twist, and you watch just like sparks shoot out, and like a little bit of like malfunctioning happens in his chassis, but then he pulls it out. With that,
it's pretty bad.
cool. He has a dagger in his offhand, so he is actually going to take his bonus action
And of course he is.
hit you with it. Natural 20. All right. This guy with his 2d4 plus 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, that just sort of falls apart in pieces on the ground.
So he plunges his rapier into one side, and he's just like, ah, and then like plunges his dagger right into where the head is, and you watch him rip off the front panel of him completely, and then 8 just kind of lumbers and falls to the ground. He's just like he's like, yeah, and he points at you, Magmore, and goes, I'm coming for you.
What did you say to me?
I'm gonna fuck you.
I'm readying another one.
All right. He's gonna move another. Oh, he's a swashbuckler. He should be moving further. This guy's gonna go full fucking yeet himself off of. No, wait, you're there. Sorry, he should have been running this way. So he'll bonus action course correct as you're the biggest threat, and since no live people around him, so 21 to hit you, Utag.
Does hit. Can I use my reaction to hit him?
Oh yeah. What is that? Sentinel.
Yep.
Cool. Hold on. Let me do all my attacks first.
So my range, is that my thrown range included in that? Or is that just my melee range?
Your thrown range is like
60.
30
30
to
to
60.
60.
And then your like attack range, I believe, I
It's 10.
think is, yeah, you have reach, so you have 10.
Yeah. So I have Sentinel. So um when I hit with an opportunity attack,
This isn't an opportunity attack.
okay, so he stepped into my range.
Yeah, he did step into your range.
Okay. So that's not an opportunity. Okay.
No, he is approaching you to attack you.
Okay.
When you hit up it's on your opportunity attack. So if he goes to leave your range and you hit him, his speed is going to be reduced to 0.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's just coming in and attacking you like.
But okay,
all regular.
so Polar Master, while you're wielding a glaive, halberd, pike, blah blah blah, creatures provoke an opportunity attack from you when they enter your reach.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't read that part.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So that makes more sense. So now you can you can provoke an opportunity attack, but you do use your reaction to do so.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So here, let me. Well, you can roll your attack first because you're gonna hit him first.
22.
Okay, that hits.
6.
All right. So 6 points of damage. He's gonna uncanny dodge it, so half of it. So he's gonna take. Okay, now he's gonna run up and attack you from
Okay.
5 feet of range. So he's like technically here.
Okay.
So hold on, that's not right. I did not do that correctly. That's the wrong fucking thing, whatever that was. All right, so his first attack was 13.
13 to hit.
No, that misses.
13 damage.
No, 13 to hit.
Misses. No.
Okay. And he's gonna swing around with his dagger. And with an 8, he's gonna miss twice as this guy's feeling a little shaky on the roof, and he tries to poke you with his rapier and swipe at you with his dagger, but to no avail.
Okay.
Now it's the rest of the guys on the ground. I already ran over there, so they're gonna run this way. Sheila, you're gonna take another disadvantage shot. 21. I believe that hits. Taking 4 points of piercing damage. I already halved it. This guy as well is going to come hang out with his buddy and take another shot. 24. Wow, this is a disadvantage. You take another 3 points of piercing damage. And then there. And the last one is going to take just his crossbow at you. Natural fucking 20. Suck on that. Oh, wait, hold on. Should have been 2. It's a fucking dirty 20. You take 11 more points of piercing damage, half to 5. So as you get hit with 2 bullets and crossbow, this guy's gonna come up and looks like he's hanging out. Actually, you know what? He's gonna stand back there. All right, guys. So that is the ground troops' turn. Finn, what are you doing with the chimney?
Finn is going to.
Saw you measuring.
Yeah. So Finn's basically just like.
From me, that'd be great. You should be able to do that as a player, like to be able to hide like what you're trying to do.
From the GM, yeah. So Finn's kind of like looking around, going, "I need elevation. I need elevation. If I go there, well, I see people over there. I see the roof." And he is going to basically just jump backwards into a dimension door and land himself right like back here on the top of the roof.
Awesome. And you just kind of you feel yourself like splash back in the pool, and all of a sudden, like as your momentum's going backwards, all of a sudden, like you don't even understand how you don't feel the shift of going forwards,
Yep.
and you step out onto the roof.
Yeah, so then now he's up here and he sees these 3 dudes in front of him. So
Yeah.
he's going to go ahead and
All very focused on the opposite direction.
Yep. And that's going to be 1 Eldritch Blast at each of them.
All right, roll to hit. To 16 for each of them.
So 13 on the top guy, does not hit. 21 on the middle guy. And 26 on the bottom guy.
Okay, so bottom 2 hit. What are your damage for those guys?
2 for the middle guy, 8 for the bottom guy. And the top guy goes flying right past him, I guess.
They turn and swing wide and go, "Where'd you come from?
What's up, bitches?
We got all And all these guys are now trying to split their attention between the two, but they're all now facing Finn. All right, beautiful. Estrada is now up, hearing that there's someone on the roof. Oh, is there? Here. Finn. Okay. I'm going to have her move a little bit forward. Could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
And make it of 17.
18.
Nice. You just hear this melodic ding, 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 and then it's interrupted by like this flourish of like nails like just flying off of the tops of this kodo, and you can feel like you're like and like your muscles are starting to tense up, and then you just go fuck, and then you like snap out of it, and you look over and you can see that she was trying to hold person you, or at least she was trying to do something to you. You're stronger than you look.
Not today, Satan.
I take that as such a compliment. Oh my god, like thank you. Okay, so that is her turn. She's going to bonus action give herself inspiration after that. So now it's Heavy Neck's turn with not my fucking friend's robot. Heavy Neck is going to scream towards this swashbuckler, and he's going to make his 2 attacks. One with Julia, 19, and then the other one with 24. So both hit. Damage will be. So for a total of 31 plus, so 41. So this guy, while is still pointing at you, Magmore, and is just kind of like sizing you up. He doesn't even see Heavy Neck come from the other side, and you watch him cut from his rib cage up. He winces down, and then Heavy Neck just spins it around to holding it reverse grip, and then just slashes right back down behind the neck and decapitates the dude.
That's what you fucking get.
Yeah, like Heavy Neck is now completely splattered, like like his whole left side is covered in blood, and he's just like, yeah. Who's next? So that's his turn. Utag, you're up. What's going on in the roof?
So Utag has the guy right in front of him, and he is going to make his spear attack at him. 23.
That hits.
So he's just going to take his spear and he's going to thrust up into him. As he sidesteps to one side, he's going to pull the spear out through him and throw it at the guy here.
Okay. So that's pretty sweet. All right, so he's gonna uncanny dodge. Oh no, he hasn't gotten his reaction back, so he can't. So that's full damage of 5. So, and then as you just you stab it into this dude's chest, just let go of it and leave it, and then go to hold your hand up in the throwing position and just feel it already, just the weight of it in your palm, and then just throw it. With a 23, hits him right in the back of the head. Or right in the back, like right in the meaty section for how much? 5 again?
No, the second one was a 14.
Oh, 14.
That
That yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So retcon that. It's just sails wide. Finn, you watch as this Triton leave this fighter's hand, and it hits the ground in front of you, scatters for a second, turns into water, just leaves a little bit of a stain that evaporates quickly, and you look back at the fighter, and the Triton's already in his hand again.
And then I'm just going to close the gap on this guy here.
Nice. You will get no, because you used your action. You can't dodge. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can move right away.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah, that is a good fucking neat trick. All right, T-Rex's turn. Sheila, we're back at it, baby. In the bite, 26. 13 for the other one, so only 1 hits. For 10 points of piercing damage. As it bites into your shoulder again, and then like pulls you a little bit to the left, and then just brings his tail right down onto you, like that same shoulder, and then slides back off. It is now your turn.
I will repeat my reckless attacks on it.
Please do. Oh, I had advantage because you were reckless, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, no 20s. So, and it was still a 13 and 13, so whatever. You're good. So, go ahead.
All right.
This fucking Godzilla fight.
Well, so all of them hit.
Yeah.
Fuck her up.
For a total of
6 and the 9 for,
Plus 2d4.
yeah, 4s. Just tell me the total when you're done.
Boom. 7, 21. So that's 28. So that's 42.
That's
42 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. As you're just like, you're like, oh, and you just kind of like crack your shoulder a little bit, put both hands down, and just kind of charge. Ah! You can get 3 clean, just like one stab, rip it out, slash down the left side, and then get right behind the neck again. and this thing is starting to look a little bit worse for wear, as it is, getting fucking slashed to death. Is that it?
Yes.
Nice. Guys on the roof's turn.
Real quick, Sheila, what level are you?
14.
You know you have like 3 attacks, right?
You have 3 attacks, honey?
On my sheet, it says
Oh, you're
2.
barbarian, not fighter. My bad.
Yeah, not fighter.
Yeah, she's a barbarian.
I
That would have
think
been
it's
sweet. They do get 3 attacks eventually, though, right?
Barbarians cap at 2.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know why I thought that. All right. Anyways, so it is now the guys on the roof's turn. This guy is in front of you. Is going to turn around, see that you're now in his face, and is going to disadvantage try to just shoot you because he doesn't have anything else. 7, natural 1. He has a gun, so he goes just like pulls it straight up. It's looking you dead in the face, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And he just pulls the trigger. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! And he's gonna use his action, and I know he's gonna get an opportunity attack. He's gonna try to run away. So roll your opportunity attack, sir.
50.
Or did you use it?
No, I didn't use it to move.
No, you got it back. Yeah, no, because you used it when you did your opportunity attack to make when he got into your range the round before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
15 to hit.
Nah, just barely misses.
Okay.
But he's now running away. These guys, Finn, 2 shots at you.
Okay.
18, 17.
The 18 hits, the 17 does not.
Hitch with the mage armor. Okay, so take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Can I use a reaction spirit shield on that?
To lessen the damage. You can
Yeah.
next.
Okay.
All right. So that is all of the guys who are on the roof still.
Which one just shot me?
Yeah.
This guy.
Good to know.
That one.
Thank you.
Yeah. You were trying to you couldn't really figure out which one was like an attack first, and then you saw a flash over here, just barely missed you, and then you just felt just a pinch on your waist as like it glanced across your side. Oh, I hit him. But Magmore, now you're up. There's no alive people on this side of the Stargazer anymore.
Nope, there is not.
There's that guy you want to hit again.
Then I don't think so. Fuck. I'm going.
What are you doing? You got really regretting all those fireballs.
Dude. Can I try and climb onto the top of the roof?
Yeah, it's a 35-foot climb on stone, so yeah, go ahead and try. You're
Yeah,
great at athletics, right?
Actually, yeah.
Okay, all right, so go ahead.
Okay. No. Well,
You're like, you are. It's
I'm like
you're gonna
halfway
have
there.
to, like, you're making like headway. You don't fall down, but like you're making. It's gonna cost like extra movement if you want to get all the way up there with that athletics.
Can
roll.
I bonus action dash up there?
You bonus action dash normally
Yes.
as a cleric?
He could action
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah,
Action
you can
dash.
action dash. That's what I'm saying. Is you're gonna have to use your
Oh.
dash.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so
That-
you Heavy Neck and I guess Nocturne if you're looking behind you, which probably isn't. So Heavy Neck gets the only good eye of watching Magmore struggle to slip down a
Little
little bit.
legs and plate mail.
I
No,
definitely
you're
hear
doing
it.
great. Why are you climbing onto the roof?
There's people up here.
There's people probably down here.
They're dead over here.
All right, fine. You do you. I'm gonna go over that way. And
Okay.
He points off in the direction that where you are, like past you. But Okay, you are now on the roof, but that you used all of your movement and your
Yep.
action, so you
We're
have
good.
bonus action. Okay, cool.
I don't. I have the spell bonus action to do anything.
There you go. So nothing. Nocton.
So
You're up.
I turn around when I hear him struggling up the wall. But I
Scooting.
have I'm watching Sheila basically take on this T-Rex single-handedly.
Yeah, it's not hard for her at least.
And I'm gonna. Can I tell how the T-Rex is doing?
Yeah, you can tell it's not. It's looking pretty rough. It's not bloodied yet because it's still standing pretty tall and pretty normal. But you can tell it has a ton of gashes all over its front, its left side, the back of its neck, its face. It's bleeding all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna bonus action cast Branding Smite, and then I'm gonna throw my Moon Touched Kopesh at it over. Actually, kind of in between Sheila's legs. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, 25 hits that. Yeah.
Okay, so
What is that?
damage would be that, and then so that's pretty sad actually. Why is that so? Oh yeah, that's right.
What is a Kopesh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what is this?
it's a sweet like kind of sea blade. It's like a reverse scythe, but it's like they're really fun. And then 2d6 radiant damage. So branding smite. Oh, I'll just
Okay.
cast it from the branding smite. I'm gonna do that at level 2. It's another 7 radiant damage, and I'm also going to use psionic strike.
Okay. So 7 more damage. So
Which does check equal to
almost
the
bloody.
number. My sonic energy die are d8s, so 1d8 plus 5, so that's another 12 damage.
Another 12 damage. Ooh, nice. Okay, so that means it's cool. Yeah, it is now absolutely bloodied after you're coming basically you're running underneath Sheila's legs and then coming around and just being like cha-cha!
I threw it.
You threw it. Okay,
I
so
threw
you
it.
chucked this thing.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm going to
Over there.
basically drag these two bystanders.
Can you
What was that?
You can't smite with a ranged weapon, I didn't think.
It's branding smite. It only is it only melee? Give me a second. It might only be melee. I missed that.
Range of self.
It just says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Does not say melee.
That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's the way that it reads, it makes sense. So go ahead.
Okay, so then I'm gonna kind of whip it, and it's gonna go right over Sheila's shoulder, right around her side, just like stick into this T-Rex. And then I'm gonna drag these two bystanders over farther down the corner here, so farther away from the T-Rex.
Oh, the range of self means the caster is the center is the target. Like the caster is the target, as in like the
So I'm
shield.
casting Branding Smite on self. Yeah, but this is an actually I never thought about that. I just read it as says weapon attack. So
This is a curious mechanics.
I'm sure some paladin of Branding Smite on a thrown weapon.
It has to if you're throwing it, you're basically you're kind of like ruining it because it runs out after you hand is released from the weapon because it doesn't just stay. It's like you are the origin of the smite. So if you're not connected to it when it hits, it's not going to go off.
So divine smite is worded differently because it says melee weapon
Right,
attack.
but this is
Branding smite.
okay. But does what kind of range does divine smite have?
Good question. Divine smite is why did it take me to this page? It's not what I wanted. Stop that. Whenever you successfully hit with a melee weapon, you may choose to expend a single spell slot
Yeah, with
and
a melee weapon.
Range of 5 feet.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say that.
okay. I'm fine with not doing the branding smite. So if I will take that back, but I'm still gonna do the psionic strike with it. Where I throw it and I basically push it and it just like wings by twice as fast as I throw it and then hits the dino.
Okay. All
That's
right.
fine.
So
That's fine.
you will get what the other Jake won, so you get one. Like I'll let you wreck on that. But yeah, so like
Totally fine.
as you go to throw it, you can use your psionic ability to like make your attack as well. But I gotta add some health back to this guy. So for the branding smite didn't go off because you didn't use it. So all right, cool. So that's fine. And then I guess does it come back?
No, it does not. It is currently
So now
embedded
it's
in the dinosaur.
It's just stuck in there now. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Now foot soldier's turn. This one. Finally getting around the corner. Here. We're gonna take a break after these foot soldiers. So hang tight, guys. So he's gonna move. These guys are just gonna see Sheila and just make their 3 attacks. Because why fucking not? Natural 1. All right. So middle guy's gun is now broken. So he's now brokenhearted. But those 2 hit. That means you take 15. So that means 7 points of piercing damage from a gunshot and another arrow that just sticks into your trap. It's going to protect Strata. Foot soldier. That guy seems really badass. So this guy's gonna come over here and attack you, Magmore. Because Utag just seems like he's a little bit more than that guy can handle. So he's gonna make his 2 attacks. 17.
Nope.
11 also doesn't hit. The rapier swings wide, just misses your hair, and then he just again swings wide with his dagger and misses. So that means that is everybody that was on the ground. Cool. So that means Finn. We will come back to you after. Let's just take a break, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So just take a like 5 or something like that, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Cool.
And welcome back, everybody. It is now Finn's turn. He's on top of a roof.
Oh, yeah.
And looking two guys with guns in the face.
This dude up here, just like on the northernmost point here, is the one that shot me. So he's getting, where is it? 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it.
He's
All
getting.
three.
I don't know how long I've had 3 Eldritch Blasts instead of 2, but I've been doing 2, so now I'm doing 3. 1,
I did it with
Two.
sneak
3.
skip.
21, 17, and 11.
21, 17. Good job. All right, so that's 4 and
6 force
six.
damage.
Yep.
And then we're going to use a sorcery point to do it again.
Yeah.
1, 23, 15, 20.
All right, so 2 again.
15 force damage.
Nice. Whoa. He's looking like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to let him. Oh. As you're hitting him backwards as he's falling off a slanted roof, you watch him start to like double guess where the next shingle was going to be, and you watch it go and he just loses his footing and is going to fall the 35 feet down, and he's going to take 8 points of, oh my god, he's almost dead after that.
Nice.
It just oh,
All
get up, you piece of shit.
So now seeing that this person on the ground is trying to do something funky to Finn, Finn's gonna kind of slide down on this side of the roof,
Okay.
just far enough where he's like out of sight.
Yep, your complete cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And he's gonna look at the other two and be like, "Come on."
Well, the one guy's just staring down Uktag, but this other guy's like, he's like making sure it's loaded real quick.
Guy looks real nervous.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, so Finn getting out of the way of Estrada. Good choice. Cool. It was a magical potion that you gave to Sheila, correct?
I would assume so.
Okay, I would assume. All right, cool. Those of you within range, Uktag, you can see that she turns her focus back towards Sheila and is just like, I'm done with it. And then starts to get this like this really sort of just like eerie chords happening. And Sheila, you're gonna feel yourself shrink down as she's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
That bitch.
Yeah.
That's better. And that's going to be the end of her turn. Heavy Neck is up and sees this person. So it's got 60 feet to get to there. And quickly puts his scimitars in and then pulls out his lovely little handgun. It's going to make his one shot. Oh, misses. Well, fuck you. And he looks like he's just going to reload again. Uktag, you're up.
Uktag is going to begin to advance on this guy in the center of the roof, and as he's walking forward, he's going to take one spear and throw it at him.
Nice. That hits.
19.
Yes, that definitely
Yeah.
hits.
So 9 piercing. And then as he walks up to him one more time, he's going to make his thrust attack
Nice. Shink.
with a 16.
That just hits.
5 piercing.
Okay,
And
nice.
then the Polar Master backhand 9.
Ooh.
All right.
I played a lot of Killik in Soul Calibur, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking a lot about that right now.
Good
Sweet.
analogy.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, he's looking rough after that backhand.
And then he's going to step to the side here.
Nice. Cool. Dinosaur. Sheila. Guess what? 2 more attacks. On you. 21 and 16.
You have advantage, sir.
Huh? Do both hit?
Advantage. They do.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You have
Thank you. All right, so the first one definitely hits. Second one definitely hits now too. So that's 18 points, half to 9. Thank God for Google Groups. 3D8. And then another 23. That'd be half to 11 points of bludgeoning damage as both bites find purchase on your other shoulder, and then the tail comes and just slams you against the stone wall. You're able to hold on to your weapon, but you stagger to your keep your footing, and again just another huge roar into your face. And Sheila, your response.
Sheila's just going to roar back like rah and just make 2 more attacks reckless.
Nice.
So 17, 22 both hit for sure.
Yes.
And so that's 30 points of damage total.
Oh, you cut both the fronts of the quads of the legs, and it just gives you the opening to just cut right across the throat. You're like, you hit the spine and you're like, oh man, if I could have only just gone through. It staggers back and just empties blood onto the ground and is like barely holding itself together. It is in dire shape. But that is all you can do, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roof boys. This one is going to shit. He's gonna just jump off the roof. Fuck it. Well, first off, fuck. Finn, you're the least looking like armored, so 8. No. All right. He's gonna jump off. He's just gonna be like, fuck it. I'm gonna run. This is not going the way I planned. He is going to also roll a dex save. Oh, not bad. So I mean, he doesn't take the extra damage, but he'll still take 11 points of damage as he lands, and you just watch him like hit the ground, and his knee kind of buckles, and his ankle kind of gives out and like pushes itself into the middle, and he kind of stands upright and is now like, oh god, and is like limping, barely holding on to his gun. And it looks like he is going to be moving half speed as he'll only make it there, and he is in rough shape after that damage.
And you know what Finn's doing at this point.
Oh yeah, I assume he's just gonna blow his head off.
Finn's just camping. Finn's just camping on the roof, sitting, going, all right.
I'll give you a perch. Okay, so that guy, and then this guy who is now in. Man, this was such a good place to be. Like about a minute ago. All right, so he's going to move out of your range, provoking an opportunity attack. So make your opportunity attack before I even see if I can move. Okay, you hit me. Great, cool. So I can't move. Roll your damage.
6.
Nice. Hold on. He literally starts to run. Like, you know what? He tried to do the disengage, and he just took his crossbow and chucked it at you to try and like turn the other way and run. And you just see it coming, just literally move to the side, and then take your trident and then just slash the back of his Achilles. And you watch him just slide down to the ground, and now he's just like kind of on his knees, like just like crawling back, cowering, looking around, just panicked. It's not good for him. But those are all the roof boys.
Wait, does that mean there's a loaded crossbow like on the ground right there?
No, he did not. Oh yeah, it is. All right on the ground. Yeah,
There's a guy next to me too.
like right here. Oh yeah, he's a ground boy. So.
Oh, he is now.
Yeah. But he was he was originally on the ground.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I got you. Yep.
I tried to be like specific with like which they are, but yeah. So yeah, there is technically. Wait, I'll give it to you. Watch. Yeah, it didn't go off when he like hit the ground. So there is a loaded crossbow right at
Cool.
So Magmore, you're up.
I need the guy right in front of me to make a wisdom save.
Cool. He's a swashbuckler. So
Is he missing any hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, he doesn't have any wisdom at all, so it's a straight roll. 10. I'm assuming he fails.
He will take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Wow, 21. He looks at you and he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, fuck it, I got you now. And then, like, you cast your spell, and he just like all of a sudden, like, it's like his shoulders tense up, and he starts to like look around. He's like, where'd that come from?
He just hears a massive bell in his head.
Yeah. He's not looking good after that one.
Perfect. And then yeah, but can I okay, I don't even need to really move because I don't want him to be able to hit me. Hold on. How does tell me if this is something I can do or not? I'm currently have concentration of shield of faith on myself. If I cast it again, does that just auto drop it? I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast it on Sheila.
No. You have to recast it. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So I have that as a bonus action. So
Yeah,
as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Sheila.
Awesome.
So she gets +2 to her AC.
Dope. What are you at now? 18? Cool. Great. Fantastic. Nocta, you're up.
I watched Sheila nearly cleave the head off of this dinosaur.
Man, it was so close.
And I start to wave my hand. I have a little like lit tinder in one hand, and I start to wave my hand, and I kind of pause, put it in my pocket, just pull out my pistol, and I'm gonna shoot the dino.
Nice. Go for it.
19.
That hits.
13 piercing.
Ooh. You go, line your shot up.
Boom, headshot, bro.
Right through the eyeball. And the dinosaur reels back. And then you watch as the form of the dinosaur starts to shrink and change in form. And his arms start to get a little bit longer. And then coming out of polymorph is a finely dressed elf bard that you guys can remember from the Coliseum match if you were in that one. He has like a nice little like Aladdin vest with like the pants to match and these like nice like curled little like velvet shoes. Tons of piercings around the ears. With like blonde, he has like a blonde undercut that's like perfectly slicked back now. So hold on, T-Rex is gone. That means I need to find bad guy.
It cleans up the map quite a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right? We'll go with. It's not the same, but he had the pants. That's the only reason I picked it. All right, so now that Aldous is on the field and not in T-Rex form.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay, go for it.
22.
Oh yeah, he does not have a good high AC fabric.
Wait, I don't know why they're. Wait, what? Oh, it took the crit. I don't know why. Is that why it rolled twice?
Probably, yeah. So it'd probably just be the 6.
This is just the 6, yeah. That's weird.
All right, cool.
I don't have advantage particularly. I mean, it'd be nice if I did, but
it would be. I mean, maybe if you're using those people that are cowering in front of you and now definitely will have tinnitus later on in life.
absolutely.
Please stand down.
And a debilitating fear of dinosaurs.
And firearms at this point.
I don't want to see the dinosaurs anymore.
And then I'm going to run. I'm gonna run forward and stand next to Sheila. I can't really do anything else right now.
Technically, he'd be there. I wouldn't get putting that so far back. All right.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Cool. And that's it.
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
All right. Add him to the turn order. I believe he was. What was the dino?
He was right after Mag. No, sorry. He was right before Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he's 13. So all this.
Oh, question. Did I make the dino drop to 0?
Yes.
Did anything roll over?
How much was the first one? Sorry.
First one I did 13 piercing.
13. So yeah, it did. Some did roll over because he only had 5. So
Cool.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he's still looking very chipper. Still maybe like growling and like baring his teeth as if he's a T-Rex. All right, it's now the ground troops. Now that she's free. 30 feet. Actually, I'll go here. All right, Sheila, 3 attacks. Nice.
I'm gonna whip up a protective field. Yeah, psionic shield
All
for
right, so,
one of those.
all right, cool.
I'll roll for which one. How about this? How about that? Does that work? Rolling
well, what does it do? It reduces the damage of 1 roll.
Yeah.
I mean, is it just like is it a flat amount of damage you get to reduce?
No, I have to roll a d8 plus my intelligence, so it's going to reduce 11.
Okay, so I'll just roll all the damage, reduce it by 11.
Okay.
So 3. So if I reduce it by 11, it would just be this then. Sheila, you take 5 points of piercing damage. As like, and one was just like kind of like, ugh, and like you look down and you're like, oh, was that a bullet? I didn't think that. Oh, was it
dud? There's a firearm blanks over here.
Yeah. All right. So ground team over there.
Not her pecs are just that pumped.
Bounces them back at people.
Yeah, she does like the little Arnold peck.
Especially the
The Terry Crews dancing,
Yeah,
peck dancing.
yeah, peck dancing.
oh wait, she had no friends. Guess who's running back? Has spent the entire combat running that direction just to get there, watch all of their friends die, and and just go, nope, and just run straight backwards. I'm not dealing with that. So boom, boom, boom is going to be commanded and is going to be trying to give Estrada like half cover, even though it probably won't help at all. And then ground team guy over here, Magmore, 2 attacks.
I'm gonna reaction warding flare to give you disadvantage on one of them.
Okay.
You
so,
miss me on both.
All right, so the first one was missed. The second one, because that's disadvantage. 24?
Yes.
All right, he hits you with the dagger. Sweet. Plus. What is that? That was so hard to read for some reason. 15 points of piercing damage as you ward off the rapier, and then he just comes right in with the dagger and just like glances right off of your deck.
Perfect.
And
Thank you,
that
baby.
is it for the ground team. Finn.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So this guy's like hits the ground and is running away, and Finn's just gonna be like, okay, and he's gonna hit him with 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Nice.
1, 2,
Boy, are you probably gonna kill
3.
him.
23 and the 16, I assume hit.
So
So
9.
9 damage.
Yep, he's still up.
All right. Then let's do 3 more.
Yep, now he's really limping. Ugh.
1, 2, 3. So 16 damage.
Yeah. You watch him right before the 2 blasts hit, you watch him just he just gives up, and then his feet stop moving for a second, and then as he's turning around to see what if anything's coming next, you just crack, like you get him right on the button and then break his back, and then he falls down dead.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Magma, you trying to keep up?
I'm working on it.
All right, Finn, that's it.
Let's see. Action, bonus action, movement. I guess. Well, actually, I'm gonna look at Utag and be like, friend, foe.
Just killing everybody.
Do I have time to respond or?
Yeah, you have a response.
I'll say definitely friend.
Cool. And Finn's gonna move like 30 feet along the roof here.
Cool. So that's it. That means it's Estrada's turn. Okay, now that finally that's worn off, she's going to
Bareback.
keep her little thing, and hold on. "60 feet. Sheila, you bitch." All right. Okay, so she is actually no, because she's not going to be stupid. That's it for her. Heavy neck, seeing that that person is now running, he's just going to make a day of it. So that is his bonus action, and then his regular dash. Seeing this guy, he's going to make his attack. Boom. Suck a dick. He does not get, because he didn't hide. So he just gets the 13. as Heavy Neck's entire person disappears from around the corner, and now it's Ukta's turn.
So the guy that Utag crippled and is down kneeling and like in front of him here, he looks
Yeah.
like he's basically like out, like one shot.
Some would say he might die in the next hit.
Okay. So Utag is going to walk beside him and take his spear and slam it into the ground in front of him and says, go now. And he's just going to put his hand on him. And as he lets go of the spear, it's going to grow into this guy and finish him off or try to finish him off.
Okay, I will give you advantage on the attack because that was fucking badass.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
So go ahead and roll. Yeah, you get a hit. Your damage modifier is gonna. It has 2 hit points.
Yeah, so
So
19.
you just watch it slowly grow, and like pierces through his mouth, and then out of his just pokes out of his skull, and then you can like pull it back out.
So he's going to look at Finn and say, I've got the next one. And he's going to slide down the roof and try to go about where this guy here fell off the roof and try to land on him with his spear to come down and make an attack on him.
Let's do it. So
Is this a
roll
competition? What the
roll
hell?
roll an acrobatics check.
What a badass!
Who is that guy?
Where's he been
19.
all of our lives?
19.
Yeah, easy enough. Even with your plate, it makes it like simpler to like just kind of like. I mean, it's gonna be scuffed all to hell, but who the fuck cares? As you you realize that right as you come over the roof, you're like, holy shit, I'm right above him, and then you're like, let's do this, and then you grip your trident harder as you just like plunge down into him. You're gonna take fall damage.
That's okay.
And then make a dex save as you hit. Roll your attack.
15.
Okay, so you miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
He just gets his head out of the way as the train hits the ground. You're gonna take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Is like you're like you weren't able to absorb roll off any or a lot of it. So
Mhm.
you take that bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and he unfortunately is still up.
All right, I'm just going to kind of look at him, even though I took the damage. Kind of look at him and just like this, like evil smile, like you're fucked type look.
Oh fuck! And starts immediately just like going around and just like grabs the gun and just like holds it in between you.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So Aldous' turn. All right. Sheila, could you please make, I believe it's a charisma save? A wisdom saving throw, please. Of 18. Oh, you
19.
fucking bitch. And you see that Aldous takes a step forward and goes, listen here, you large fucking cunt. You're gonna come fight for us right now. And then it does it like you just don't you feel the magic try to penetrate into your skull, and you just shake it off, and he just waits. Come here now. Shit. He like the fact that you just stand there and don't move. He just. Oh fuck, that didn't work. It's going to move on. He was there. So here, 30 feet that way, and so that one didn't work. Yeah, that's all he can do for now. Sheila.
Are all these things in front of me enemies?
Yes. You were in a target-rich environment.
Okay, so I am just gonna plow through the first one that I see.
Go for it.
Right. And I'm just gonna do it reckless too. So 30.
So they have 16 armor class.
Oh, that sucks because I only hit fucking once.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
suck on that.
Yep, but it was 17 juicy points of damage.
Nice.
Plus
Yeah.
4.
Not not big anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I shrunk him back.
Right.
Only big in the way that it means.
Only.
Weapon.
All right. Is that and so that was your attacks. So then it's roof crew.
Thankfully, nobody has resistance to juicy damage.
Yeah. I mean,
And
but
the
who
bar-
wants resistant to that? I want to
when
take
the
4.
barbarian Asfa 30 hits.
All right. Uktag. You just see where the barrel is and just like move your head to the side a little bit and you just hear it go and it just shoots off the stone. It's like dust everywhere. But that is it. He's gonna just run away still. Roll your opportunity attack.
Me?
Yes, if you want to take it. He's running away.
Yeah, since he's almost down.
Yeah, you hit. Okay. So how much damage do you do? Probably gonna kill him. Yeah. Oh my god, 9 damage. He goes to run and you just stick it right at the base of the skull. And you can see that the point comes out of the mouth. And then you pull it out. He
How very
did.
Game of Thronesy.
Awesome.
So that's the end. That's the end of Roof Crew. So Magmore, you're up.
Perfect. I'm just gonna look at the guy in front of me and just go ring ring bitch. Make a wisdom save again.
Okay. It's a 0. 13.
Take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. And he goes, what the fuck are you talking? And then like you see blood start to come out of his nose, ears, and the corner of his mouth, and he's just like, what are you? And, like just like starts to convulse and then fall to the ground dead.
Fan, I got one.
Took you a lot,
And then
man.
I'm gonna go.
Necromancy's a hell of a drug, in it.
It's very useful right
You know
now.
a necromancer with a hell of a drug.
Yeah, yeah. Tim, why can't I get off the freaking? And I'm gonna move right here.
Cool. So then that's Nocton's turn.
Would I be able to see how Sheila's doing health wise?
I don't know, Sheila. How you looking?
Juicy.
Medium juicy.
Medium.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I like that scale of damage.
I'm gonna cast heroism on Sheila.
All right.
You are immune to being frightened, and every turn you get +5 to your HP.
Whoa, good for
That's
you.
insane.
Hell yeah. So what does that look like as like one of your artificer gadgets?
So essentially I'm gonna whip out like a little gadget, just like Sheila's facing away from me because she just like cleaved into this dude who's running towards us. I just clip this little device to her belt, and you see these little rivulets of red energy just like immediately run all around her body, and her muscles all just like get a tiny bit bigger.
Like Bane.
And
Yeah.
it just it starts to blink, and it's gonna blink faster and faster, and every time
That's cool.
every few seconds it's gonna kind of like pump her up even more.
Dude, sick. All right, cool.
Probably be a
Sheila's-
pretty hard crash when she's done though. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Well, she was hungover when she started this, so that
Yeah, and that's it. I'm going to hold my movement as. Are you allowing us to hold movement as a reaction to dodge?
you would have to if you want to hold movement, you would have to hold the dash action. That's the only way that you can
Okay,
hold.
then that's fine. So that's what I do. I just kind of reach forward and place this device onto her.
Cool.
And then I sort of look around to see if I can like sense 8, and I realize that I can't.
Yeah, unfortunately, he definitely bit the dust. So, ground team, you're here. Perfect. You're not prone, but he will get his 17 does not hit, right?
No.
No. 21, come on, that's gotta hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Fuck yeah, bitch. Suck on 10 points of damage and suck on a little bit of 13 more points of sneak attack damage.
23.
These guys with their dagger sneak attacks, they always get the second hit with it.
How does that work?
Hmm?
How does that work?
He has he has 2-weapon fighting, so that means that he can uses like a rapier and a dagger, and he can use his action to attack with the rapier, and then use his offhand to use his bonus action to like attack with the dagger.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's one of the perks. But Heavy Neck does it too. That's where Heavy Neck gets his 2 attacks from. Is he dual wield scimitars.
Okay.
So that is ground team there, and Sheila. These 3 guys are just gonna keep trying to load into you. So but 18 just barely hits because your AC is 18, and then natural 20 hits as well. So 31 points of piercing damage, halved to 15. And then this collar gal, let's run this way, trying to avoid being shot by Heavy Neck. And that's it. You guys are fucking cleaning house. Finn.
All right, so Finn is going to. Yeah, we're just gonna dash over here, and that was an action to dash, and I don't think he really has any bonus action shit. So, he's just gonna come just close enough over the edge where he can like start to see stuff, but like he's not gonna like pop his head out.
Cool. Strata's turn. All right, so that one didn't work on Sheila again, and she's so here. You seem like you're a problem too, so you're gonna have to make. You're gonna have to make a charisma save, Oogtog. Of 17.
I would like to counterspell it
Yes, you probably should if you
at 4th level.
You are 110 feet away. What's counterspell?
Oh shit, counterspell is 60 feet. My bad. Never mind.
All right. Well, unfortunate. Wait, can you make it long? Like, can you extend the distance by a sorcery point?
Does it work with those?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Distance spell. When you cast a spell that has a range of 5 feet or greater. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do that.
Ooh, good save.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Nice.
I thought that only worked.
You can expend a sorcery point to launch spells further.
Yeah, I thought that
Spell
only worked
sniper.
for
What's one of the meta magics?
Oh, that's super cool.
I thought that only worked for
Spell
attacks,
sniper.
so now I know. Cool.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Uktug, you were about to be banished, you motherfucker.
Utag's butthole puckered a little bit.
You can hear this eerie melody start to just like come forward, and almost like a wave, you see these like skeletal hands that are like almost grabbing out of the ground, and you can feel your hands start to turn to shadow, and then you look up and then you can see that the like almost like in a wave, it's like the shadows glitch out for a second, and then there's like shatter into like almost like a different realm where Finn was able to counterspell.
Pull me back from the nether realms.
Yeah.
Some
So
Doctor Strange stuff.
goddamn, that was her goddamn spell, you piece of shit. All right, cool. Estrada's turn. She's now pissed, but that's all she can do. So Heavy next turn. He's going to continue the chase scene with his broad. 16 just hits. For 12. I think. Wait, come on. Oh, you bitch. Some would say that that person is limping with very little hit points left. Uktag,
All right.
now that you're still here, what are you doing?
Now, thanking whatever god Zilch prays to.
Oh God, do the opposite of that.
Finn prays to. I'm sorry.
Himself?
Yeah. So front side attack. 16.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Finn hack the ether,
7
baby.
piercing.
Yeah.
So he's gonna use his reaction to uncanny dodge that. So he's only gonna take 3.
All right. Then I'll backside hit him with a 22.
Yeah.
6 bludgeoning.
Sure. There you go.
Is he still up?
Oh, he's still up. Yeah, he's looking
All right.
fine. This guy was playing bodyguard for Estrada the entire time, so he's untouched.
All right. Then I'll front side him again with a 19.
Okay. Yeah, that hits again.
7 piercing.
Yeah, you're working him. He's looking rough as like it's like right off the shoulder, right off the hip, and then like right off the knee. Like he's just like you're finding all the points where he's like leaving open. But he's still up.
All right. That'll be it.
All right. Back to Aldous' turn. Wait, Sheila, did we skip you? I feel like you didn't get to go.
Sheila's
you
after
attacked-
this
no.
person.
No, Sheila attacked them. Okay, never mind.
Chill's
you're-
next.
Yeah, no. I just for some reason because she didn't move from where she was, so I was like, I didn't think she did anything. But all right, so it is Aldous' turn. Okay. Sheila, could you make? Oh, you're probably gonna do this anyway.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Make a con saving throw. I don't know. He's just gonna try it. You could roll low.
21.
Yeah. Man. All right.
Probably not.
So he's gonna cast blindness on you, and it's not gonna work. And then he is going to run to Estrada, and Uktuk, you can hear him go, "Do we have a fucking exit strategy?" And Sheila, it's your turn.
Sheila is going to continue to make her attack recklessly on the dude in front of her.
No, it's working. All right.
And so, what is that, 21? Has he got enough damage I should roll for 2?
I don't know. He's looking like he's more than half good. He's half
Okay.
juicy right now.
All right, so that's 20 for that first damage. Boom. 29 definitely hits. That's 17, so that's 37 damage.
Yeah. That's, you.
Yeah, he's dead.
Can he just get obliterated just like he just
Oh
exploded?
yeah. So what he did is you cut him at the front leg, and he gave out and kind of like landed right on your sword. And you went to go attack, and you threw this ragdoll body up, and you were like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And then you just cut it straight in the middle, like halfways, and then just whoosh, falls next to you.
As blood
dead.
pours down the screen, going fatality.
Yeah. It
Don't
was-
forget your 5 hit points too.
Yeah, don't forget that because you need
5
it.
hit points. Flawless.
Don't forget your
Finish it.
Magmore.
All right, I'm going to,
While Sheila's just like carving through shit.
dude, go to the edge of the roof.
There's blood raining on her.
Don't do anything reckless.
On the contrary, do everything reckless. You're a barbarian.
No, I'm talking to Magmore.
Oh.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I said don't do anything reckless.
Be very gentle and careful.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack. I don't remember this person's name. With the yellow pants.
Aldous, the one it
Aldous.
says it right on it.
I can't click it.
We
That's
can
fine.
we can't see the name tags.
Oh, you can't?
No.
What?
No,
Why is that?
I don't know. But sorry, I'm gonna make a let's see which one do I want to use here. Make a
The
deck
bard?
save. Yeah. Make a deck save for me. Of 17. Yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna.
What was that?
No.
All right, cool. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Cool. Nocton, you're up.
It was a good try, Max.
Thanks. He's strong.
Let's see. I'm gonna play a little bit of support. Can I see Magmore at the edge of the roof from my
Yeah, if you like kind of push yourself over to the Brian's apothecary, you can just make out the tip of his red head.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just grab him and like gently place him on the ground
Ah, fuck yeah.
with levitate with my telekinetic movement rather.
Oh, okay, nice. Where are you putting him?
Just right on the ground. Because I don't have. He said it's a 35-foot.
Yeah.
What? How tall is it?
35, but it's probably closer to 30 when you get down to the bottom.
Move
Yeah,
me a little forward.
So I'm gonna like just sort like without. I'm gonna be like, Magmore, hold on, and then I'm just gonna like pull him off.
What
the
is
roof,
happening?
And then just like gently
I'm
put him on the
flying.
ground. And then yeah, his little legs are just like. And then I'm going to run up to the no, I'm gonna stay right where
All right.
I am.
Stand behind Sheila. It's probably smart.
Yeah, that's the plan pretty much. I'm gonna stay behind Sheila and just stay there to kind of protect Sheila.
Ooh, sorry. I did it twice. All right, so if that's it, that means it's ground crew. I accidentally pressed it twice. So this battle's not looking pretty good. Which way do these guys want to go? They're gonna back up. And Sheila, I was doing the wrong thing. These guys would have had advantage on their attacks at you, and I was never doing it because you're reckless. But we'll do it now. So I believe only one hits, correct?
Correct.
Nice. 7 points of piercing damage, halved to fucking 3. This person is gonna run.
God, you didn't even need those hit points.
Why are you guys running?
Juicy defense.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's running towards fire. He should probably not run that way. I didn't see that up there.
That's hilarious. Just
What
run
happens
right
when
into
you
the
get
fire.
an engagement with Juicy? You run
I was
towards fire.
shocked. I'm in shock. Okay, so
Just
this
looking
guy's-
behind him and just runs right into a burning building.
Yeah, I think right. This is like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So this guy's just gonna take 2 attacks at you, Utag, again. Nope. And yes.
Yup.
10 again. Plus another 10. So 20 points of piercing damage altogether.
Okay.
And he is going to take a quick look around as a free action. Okay, he's pretty much like completely like engaged with you, so he doesn't see anything else that's going on. So that means now it's Finn's turn.
All right. We're gonna do a. Let's see. Yeah, both of the bards are gonna have to make a con save.
Ooh. So
And we're gonna do that.
Nice.
So 19 for Estrada,
Okay, so she takes half.
17 for so they both save.
So they both take half. So they both take 14 thunder damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do bonus action 3 Eldritch Blasts at Estrada.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit. She has a AC of 15.
15, so she takes 15 force damage.
Nice. Hold on. That's
So I would have moved up a little bit to see them to do that, and now I'm gonna move back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move closer to the edge here so I can see Sheila.
nice. All right. Basically, like kind of like just stepping over a bunch of dead bodies on your way over there.
Yep.
But easy enough. So Estrada's turn.
Dead bodies make good cover.
So Estrada, scene. I believe if I hey, Fireball Master, if I cast Fireball right there,
Mm-hmm.
will it get all 3 of you?
Yes. This is 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't get the guy on the roof because he's up 35 feet.
Who?
What
I
guy?
just put him on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
then
on the
yeah.
ground.
Oh, then yeah. Then
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah.
all 3 of you,
Flail.
please make
Yeah.
dex saves of 17.
Dex, you said?
Yes.
I'm gonna use a reaction to cast shield.
Does it protect
Oh no,
against
that's only AC. God
attacks?
dang it. It's only AC and against magic missile. Never mind. So I'm gonna throw up psionic barrier then again.
Okay, so it's 34 points of fire damage as she does one huge swoop down the Kodo, and then this like trail of fire sparks, and then just ignites into a hits the ground, and then
Damn it, using my own spells against me.
What was the total you said?
34.
34.
Oh, yeah, 34. I missed it. Okay, so
So now that is engulfed in flame.
what?
Fireball belongs to Magmar and Magmar alone.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't even use it right now.
Magmar spell. All right, so Estrada used that.
So mad about it.
And then
I should have given you my
you know what?
spell
She's going
reveal.
she's going to use one of her few sorcery points. She's going to see that Magmar, you're still up, correct?
Yep.
All right. So can you make me a Wisdom save? Ooh, you just succeed. So you she cast Toll of the Dead.
Pog.
Yeah. So that's good.
I know that one too.
Yeah, I'm literally using all of your spells against you. So it's Heavy Neck's turn with this person running. Absolutely gonna take with a shot. Yeah, and blows the fucking front of this woman's face, right out, and she died. Fucking finally, I hate runners.
Ow.
And that means he has a little bit of. Now that's on fire. It's kind of the bad way to go. All right, he'll keep going this way. And that's it for him. So, Uktag, sorry.
Uktag. Dealing with the guy in front of him.
Yes.
13 does not. Second attack.
Yes.
24 does.
Nice.
7 piercing.
He's gonna
And
take.
then backside is a crit.
We really wish he would have fucking uncanny dodged that one, but unfortunately, no.
And then so that's double. So 13 bludgeoning.
So. Nice. Looking pretty rough after all that, as you your second attack hits and leaves him wide open, and you just kind of like come around and then just guide the end of your pole arm just straight into the collarbone. You watch him just like basically almost sever the front muscle. I don't know what it is, but that one. But that's all you're gonna do?
Yep.
Cool. Aldous' turn. He's running out of spells, and he doesn't want to fucking do anything. All right, fuck it. He is going to. He's going to use it at a higher level. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So he's going to use it as a higher level on Sheila. Hopefully, right? 60 feet. No, shit. Not even if I give myself extra room. All right, so. Shit. Yeah, you will hold off on that one then. Magmore. He is going to cast Magic Missile on you.
It's great.
Yeah, so. And it's. What is it? 4 of them? I always forget. I haven't cast Magic Missile in forever.
With first level?
Yeah, what's first level?
I think it's 3.
3? Okay, so it's
Yep.
3d4 plus 3. 10 points. As he kind of like whispers into his hand and then kind of like draws a big circle in front of him and just causes 3 of these white lights to shoot off like fireworks and hit you.
Well, that's new.
It's cool, right? And that's it. Sheila, you're up. The apothecary is now fully on fire. It's about to go up and collapse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Can I yell at Sheila? Be like, hey, Sheila, throw me in the middle of all of them. I have an idea.
Sure.
Best thing I've heard.
All right. Let's pick. I'm gonna pick Magmar up and toss his ass.
Okay.
Where?
Roll a strength check. Well, let's call it athletics. I'll let you use their athletics because I know it's beefy.
27.
Okay, so you are going to be able to. What is your strength score?
20.
What is your proficiency bonus?
5.
Okay, you are going to be able to throw him exactly 25 feet wherever you would like. So you can put him 25 feet wherever.
Magmar, I'm gonna put you just right in the middle, and then you can go from there. That's
Perfect.
all right. Let's do it. Right here, I'll put the beacon down. Boom. Okay.
You go, Sheila. You pick him up. You put your hand right on his ass and like get him in like the shot put position, and it's like, Oh. But yeah, you're gonna land. Magmore, you can put yourself 25 feet wherever he's clicking.
Right here.
I'm just imagining Aragorn throwing Gimli, but just scaled up.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
Roll me.
So that was your action to throw him, Sheila. You have your bonus action.
I'm just gonna wink it back more.
Cool. You're up, Magmore. What's up, baby?
Perfect. Let's see. How close is everyone? Nope, don't want to do that. Is everyone within like 30 feet of me?
Yeah, looks like it.
Say.
This guy's not, but
That guy's not. But
That's okay. So I'm going to channel divinity, Radiance of Dawn. Everyone within 30 feet of me.
okay, you're gonna.
They have to make a DC con save of 17 or take 2d10 plus 11 or half that.
Oh, you're doing Dawn.
Yep.
It's the same day.
I have 2 channel divinities I'm allowed to use.
Oh fuck yeah, then. Okay. You used it in the Jerry fight. There you go. What a time to
No,
use it.
no, Radiance of Dawn. So this is specifically channel divinity. Dawn is completely separate.
Oh, okay.
So I can technically use this twice. I didn't know this existed until I realized I had no spells, so I started looking at my whole sheet.
I knew you had a channel divinity.
So yeah, this is new for me.
I was
I'm
like, he's
glad
gotta
that-
have something.
I learned something new, guys.
What level?
It's a
What
process.
level?
There is no level. I'm
No,
just
what
casting.
level are you right now?
11.
I'm glad it took us 11 levels to get there.
Hey, I'm slow
All right,
level.
so
Fine,
it's
I didn't-
That's awesome.
Yeah, or they'll
Okay.
take 18 or half.
Foot soldier is a +1. We'll do him first. So 7 fails.
Yep.
Other foot soldier also has a 1.
Fail.
Fails. Estrada, who has
A lot
Urcon is a 1. So here we
Ooh.
go. Here's ready for. Well, yeah, she's like skin and bones.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Hell yeah.
And then Aldous, who also is pretty lean. They all have +1s. I should just.
Hell yeah.
They all fail. So they take
18
how much?
damage. 18 radiant.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Incredible.
And then I'm gonna back up. Let's see. Right in front of Sheila. And that'll be it.
Okay. Cool. So you get
So I'm just
tossed
like-
in there and then just go. Ah! Just light the place up really fast and then just like run it back.
Yeah. So it's just like it's like to like RP it, I guess.
You're just a big
I'm like,
bug.
I'm gonna grab my holy symbol and then just like this like light like I get like what's the fucking word? Not sheet. I guess sheet. Like a light sheet of fire, just like
a film.
yeah, like a film just falls down about 30 feet all over the place and it's just red hot.
Nice. While you're running back, Magmore, you look at the rear of the apothecary that's on fire,
Mhm.
and you could swear that there's a face smiling in it for a second, and then a breeze pushes a flame in front of it, and you just get this. It's like you just got like really warm after being cold forever. Like you just like you feel this like almost serene feeling wash over you, like just in that brief moment.
Sheila, did you see
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, Nothing. You're up.
Okay, so the guys out in the field just see this like scrawny, tall blue dude come running out. What would I see Aldous and the other bard wearing?
Very, very, very light armor. Some would call it no armor. They are unarmored.
Is there any metal on their person?
Uh, there is no. Like Aldous is wearing mostly cloth and silk, and I mean, I guess if you wanted to heat up like 2 of the buckles on like her boots, but like and her instruments.
So
You could
cool.
heat up the metal strings on her instrument, but like
No, it's fine.
instruments would.
I'm gonna come just like barreling out from in between these two buildings because it's clearly getting too fiery for me to remain
It's gonna
back there. And I just come barreling out. I stand next to Magmore, and I just like blast a chaos bolt at her.
Estrada, shoot, 15. That hits.
Okay. And then 1d6 is 5. And then, okay, so I rolled a 3 and a 2. Give me 1 second. She's going to take 9 cold damage and 5 just damage.
9.
Chaotic energy damage.
Okay.
Oh no, that's all of it. So she's gonna take 14 cold damage.
14 cold damage. Okay. Nice. She is going to use her. Actually, no, she doesn't have that.
And then I am going to use action surge and blast. Let's see. I just gotta double check. I can still cast that. Yeah, and I'm gonna blast Aldous the same way.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
He's a 13 armor class. Remember how you asked about their armor?
So that's 13 damage, and he will be taking a. I gotta memorize these. Jeez. He's gonna take 13 poison damage.
Ooh, okay, cool. So like the chaos bolt finally forms into green and it hits him. It's almost like a bubble that had vapors in it and it pops all around and he starts breathing in. All he's like but he's still up, but he's coughing up a lung now. Foot soldiers. Utag. Man. Does he go down swinging? He goes down swinging. Fuck you, Utag. All right, 22 hits. And then 16 doesn't hit. So the rapier finally connects. So that's 11 points of damage plus. Oh no, I wish it was that number, but it's not. Plus another 15 points. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So 26 points in total.
So I collapse down to the ground.
What?
And as I'm about to fully pass out, I am
You're
back
half
up.
work, right?
Yeah, I am back up at 1 hit point.
I think you have to make a con save, no?
No, when you're reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead.
Oh,
Points for
fuck
long
yeah.
rest.
That's second wind, right?
Relentless endurance.
Oh,
Yeah.
relentless endurance. What is?
Nice. So like right as you're falling, you plant your trident like firmly into the ground and you like are able to hold yourself up and you just spit up a bunch of bile and black. It's just gross. Like there's even a little crab that when it hits, it comes out of your spit. You're like, not today. And you're out.
All right.
So that means that's ground crew. Ground crew here is going to move back further. Behind where these guys are is like about 15 feet further. It starts to be the first row of like makeshift huts and like wooden buildings that are all clearly on fire. So these guys are starting to like find themselves kind of backed into a corner. They're gonna take 2 shots at you, Nocton.
Nope.
Nope.
And nope.
All right, cool. So just wide. And this guy is going to take his crossbow. And Magmore, you're going to get one. No, you're not.
Nope.
So now it's Finn's turn.
It's way wide.
Yeah.
So Finn's going to use a bonus action to convert a 4th level spell slot into sorcery points.
Oh boy.
And then he's going to go ahead and do...
Something's happening.
For his action, he's going to go do 3 more Eldritch Blasts at Estrada.
All right. Yeah, she's looking rough right now. Like, you can see that there is blood dripping from the strings of the coat.
So all 3 hit, and it's 8 force damage.
Oh, she's still up, but it's not looking great.
And he's just gonna duck back down again.
Okay, cool. Just hanging out on the roof.
It's working. It's working.
Look,
Yeah.
it's a legitimate strategy. I'm not taking that away from you.
He's a sorcerer. He's not a beefy boy.
No, you're exactly where I knew you were gonna go. Right. So Estrada now looking for the door. Let's see. She doesn't have that. Doesn't have that. Oh, this is great. This is cool. So you 3 right here. She is going to cast slow on you. So can you make... Where is slow? Wisdom save of 17, please. All 3 is
Motherfucker.
fail.
Wait. I have advantage. So I pass.
Okay, cool. Sheila, where are you? You are also in that group. Okay. So, Magmore, you are now slowed.
It's great.
Sheila, you are now slowed. So your AC is now back down to what it was before, 16. And
What does slow do? What, half my movement?
So yeah, so you also suffer a -2 penalty to your AC and dexterity saving throws. And you can't use reactions. Your speed is halved, and on your turn you can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. So if you try to cast a spell that has a cast time in 1 action, you have to roll a d20, and then on 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect. Wait, on 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. Okay.
Is there a way to save at the end of your turn?
Yeah, so the creature at the end of your turn has the ability to save. So you 2 are slowed. Good job.
So if I cast a spell, it doesn't go off until my next turn?
Yeah.
If you roll an 11 or higher.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's like you're taking longer to perform the necessary requirements for the spell.
Got you.
If you roll a 1 through a 10, then it works, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I try to cast slow, and that means she's going to 30 feet run that way. And she is hobbling towards the exit. Or at least what she thinks is the exit. Heavy neck. Bonus action dash is gonna start to carve into this fuck up here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he puts his sword away, pulls it, or he puts the handgun away, then pulls out the 2 scimitars and hits with both. Gets that, and then 7. So what is that? 16 plus 19. So that's 36. Yeah, he just comes up, two slashes right across the belly, and this guy just falls down, drops his gun, and is dead. I'm up to like fucking 3, 4. What are you guys doing?
Whatever.
I'm doing all right.
I
That's
killed the
pretty much what I
dinosaur.
expected. All right. Uktug.
All right. Hoping to soon finish this gentleman off. 15.
It does not enough to hit. You
All right.
missed.
Second one.
20 hits.
All
Come on,
right.
baby.
9.
He's still up.
All right.
He's like
Dex,
barely being able to move his body just out of the way enough so that you're not killing him outright.
and then an additional 9 on top
Oh,
of that.
yeah, absolutely. Like he kind of dodges the second one, and then you throw him against the wall, and then just slide your the butt end straight across his face, and kind of like cut or basically sever the jaw, and then like kind of rip out and pop one of the eyes out. But yeah, he's dead.
Then I'm going to
Oh,
action surge. Action surge, make a attack. Unfortunately, not going to hit her.
Ooh. Estrada, yeah, you just miss. She's a
Yeah.
50.
Yep. And then second wind it.
Sus, get over here.
Yeah. So
There
I'll
you go.
take
That's
18
good.
hit points.
That'll help, yeah.
Yeah, that'll
That's
feel
good.
good. And then I'll move over here.
Okay. All right. If that's all, these guys, well, Aldous is gonna get to hear. I think he's the one who has it. Yep. All right. And you watch as he starts to cast an incantation, and he is going to grab Estrada by
And I want to counterspell that shit.
I know you want to. So it's a 4th level spell, so I think you have to roll for it.
All I have left is a 6th level spell slot, so.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no. You watch
Oh
this.
darn.
You watch as he just like starts to like cast it, and like this purple magic starts to like swirl around his hand, and like he goes to like reach for a doorknob and like reaches nothing, and then just like looks back at you, and just like you can't really pick out exactly what his expression is, but you can just tell he is seething.
That,
But
all
also,
that all that purple shit that's like going around his hand, it just dissipates back into the ether.
yeah, it just fades back, and then like I almost want to say it reverses, but you know, like not a chronomancer.
No, not quite.
But either way, yeah. So you can dispel his fucking. Damn it! Well, he's got one more. Hopefully you're out of spells. Really hoping. Okay. Sheila, you're up.
+5.
Wait, you can counterspell that. No, because he doesn't have the distance. You
Right.
you outdistance him. Yeah, you fuck.
Sheila's
And
gonna
I
use
have
her
120
happy.
feet.
You just have enough.
Yep.
God damn it! You still won. All this, you suck.
Sniper.
All right, Sheila, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my half distance to get to my 20 feet so I can use blade beam on.
Yeah, I
all
was
this.
wondering if you were gonna pull this.
What?
So I'm
What is
gonna,
blade beam.
yeah.
Blade beam.
Yeah, you
So I'm
tested
gonna,
like this.
so I'm gonna take my blade and put it in my sheath, and when I pull my blade out, it's gonna throw force damage at him.
Like fucking Elden Ring.
So
Yeah, so, like,
frickin'
as he's-
anime.
So like as she any of them. So like she slides as she slides down the sheath, the blade like ignites in this like sort of like like almost like eldritch energy, and then it blasts things in front of him and her. So yeah, go to roll your attack.
23 is after 20.
Get crit!
Hell yeah.
Are you going for all this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the guy you want to crit. Yeah, go for it.
So what do I do? Add another one to that?
Add another 2d10.
Yeah,
Holy cannoli.
Excellent.
Does that brutal critical apply to that too?
I think it's only melee attacks.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you,
yeah.
You
So
gotta read the verbiage for that. How much is that total?
that's
28.
28.
Dude, he is still fucking up. But you just watch this. It's almost like a railgun. So like the beam starts off slow and then just like shoots off with like the longer that it stays in the air. He is looking rough after that. With cool. All right, good job, Sheila. Fuck you, Magmore. You're up. Actually,
Uh,
like fuck Finn because he's the one who's really responsible for all.
yeah. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
can I make my save to unslow?
Yeah, you can. It's 17.
And what do I use? A wisdom?
Yes.
Oh, stuck.
Still slowed.
Nice.
All right. So Magmore, you're up now.
All right, I'm gonna try and cast a spell. So what do I have to do? Because I'm slowed. Roll a d20.
Roll a d20. Come on, roll high. Ha! You have to wait till the next turn before it happens.
All right, then I'm just gonna stand there and do nothing.
Yeah,
I'll
so
wait.
you're beginning to cast the spell, but
So
it will
do I
go.
roll to hit you now or later?
No, you will later.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to complete the spell on the next turn.
Yeah, like it's part of the thing. Like you're using your next action to cast it.
Or
Perfect.
you lose the spell slot.
Yep.
That's fine.
Okay, Nocturne, you're up.
I'm gonna just pull up pistol, sight first at Aldous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
can I roll to be not slowed real quick?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are
not
not
slowed
slowed.
anymore.
You shake it off.
And that is 6 piercing. Ah, God. I wish I could crit it on that.
6. Dang, he's still up.
And
Barely.
I'm gonna do it again. Does a 13.
Is that a crit fail?
It isn't that one.
Yeah.
Is this a gun?
It's an arcane gun, that is correct, but I
Is it-
don't know if
I don't
that.
think it jams. I don't think it has the same.
I have repeating shot, so there's no.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I'm only thinking of a gunslinger.
Does 13 hit?
Yeah, that's just his AC.
15 piercing that time.
Please die.
Oh yeah. If he had fucking shield, maybe, but no, he's not. He doesn't have that. So yeah, you shoot him in the leg, and he's like holding on to Estrada, and he like starts to like sway and like lets go, and then looks right back at you, and you feed the bullet straight, or like you feed the beam straight through both eyes, and then you watch his head just fall limp, and his perfect hair finally is out of place, and it slams onto the ground, and you can see that he has like absolute holes for eye sockets now. And and then Estrada just looks down and goes, fuck, 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 fuck. And she also is like limping and looking terrible. So that means it's foot soldier's turn. They're going to fully start running that way. Finn, there's only these 3 guys left.
All right. Yeah, Estrada's getting 6 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, well, statistically speaking, you're gonna hit her once or twice.
6. Jesus.
21, 16, 14. So she takes 13 right off the bat.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Just.
She's like fuck, 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 and then as you're hitting her, you're just like watching every bone that you hit shatter, and like her arm, instead of waving around like normal, it starts to go jello, and it like you're just and you turn her, like you pulverize her skeleton as she hits her kodo, and then like kung, and then the kodo falls down with her and collapses, and then like they're just like heaping mess. But
Sick. I'm gonna quicken 3 more Eldritch Blasts, and
there's these 2 guys left.
yeah, the guy on the left.
All right. Yeah.
Crit
Yeah.
19 and 18. So 11,
You
12,
guys moving
13.
ahead.
So 14 force damage.
Oh God, still up.
And
14.
I'm going to use my movement to come down to this side. And that's it.
Nice. All right. Yeah, Homeboy's looking rough after that. It's now Estrada's. No, it's not. Heavy Neck. Da 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 da. Is not gonna fucking die as he pulls out his actually hold on. He was here. God damn it. Yeah, fuck it. Might as well just post up, take a shot. Maybe a real one. 23, 12 piercing. Still up, but you know, not as bad as the other guy. All right, Oogtug. There's only two
Oogtug.
guys left, and they look like they're fucking trying to hobble for the exit.
Utag ends up here with his movement in his jump. He's going to hit him there.
Guy pretty much dies and is like already jumping back into the fray and is like wanting more.
It's a fun character.
7
Psychotic.
piercing
7 to whom? This?
to this guy here.
Oh yeah, just you jump in, land, right through the throat.
uh, 23 for the backhand on the guy I'm next to
Yeah,
for
that's
7 bludgeoning.
okay. Still up, but you know.
And then second attack for
Yeah.
17 for 8 piercing.
How do you want to do this last kill shot? As you like thrust
Hell
through
yeah.
this guy's throat, and you come across to do one attack, 2 attacks, one with your butt end. What does it look like?
So the butt end is like a jab to like the inner thigh to get him to like lean forward and bend forward. And then I'm going to do like a spin attack where I bring it up and straight down through the back of the neck and just pin him into the ground with it.
All right. So as you guys watch this flourish happen with a final blow just burying this dude's skull just like a couple inches into the ground from the force. Finn,
Yep.
you're looking around. You can see that, you know, there are people running around this, that, the other thing. You hear from the opposite side of that, of the now that it's sort of quieted down from the like where those people are.
Mhm.
Let us in, and you can hear that they're like banging on the Stargazer door. Let us in. For a brief moment, there's a pause where you can all just kind of like take a breath and look around and take in the fact that like all of this shit is happening. You hear Heavy Neck go, "Get to the door now! Get to the door now! They're gonna open it!" And Heavy Neck starts to sprint like straight towards the Stargazer. We gotta be quick. Fiera's just told me. Let's go. And he just is sprinting for the door. You guys are all following.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Heavy Neck and Finn, Heavy Neck and Finn are probably the first people to curl around. You can see that the stone door of the Stargazer is starting to real thick get pushed open, and you can just make out the horned hair, the horns and hair of Fiera, and the horns and red skin of Alharic as they're pushing this door open just enough to like let these these guys in. You guys can all turn the corner, pour right back into it. Sheila, it's gonna be a tight fucking fit for you. But there was like go 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 go, and you guys are able to eventually find yourselves as Alharic and Fiera are able to close the door, barricade it with like a bunch of other like pieces of wood that have been turned to stone. And you guys look around, and now that that is that.
Before we run in, I grab the main chest piece of 8 as we run in and
The
carry it in.
important part.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Finn's like choking because he wanted to go loot the 2 magic bodies.
yeah.
Me too. I'm sad too.
All right. So now you find your guys are in the Stargazer. You can all move yourself into there.
We're tall.
Yeah, right. We're so big. You can shrink yourselves down, I think, or whatever. But anyways, as you guys finally make it into the safety of the Stargazer, there is a little bit of warmth about it. There are candles that are there, like small candles that are lit. It looks like the way that this spell has been designed is that it basically covers like a good 15 feet of like sections around the building, but allows for the interior to still have a few like livable areas, you know. So there is a small section where these people are sitting that where the wood has remained untouched, but the outer tortoise shell remains like solid fucking stone. um, you guys look around. It is a splattering of dreary, soot covered, like people who are clearly in shock. The important, I'm not going to say the important because everyone technically is important, but the people who are closest to you, um, Fiera, he has a bittersweet smile on his face to see you guys. Heavy Neck and Fiera exchange a fairly decently long embrace and like, you know, like exchange like a hearty smile and like, you know, good to see you. Fiera points him towards the ale. Alharic, who is waiting basically by the door, um, like kind of gives you all the nod. Sheila, as you walk in, he kind of like tells you to wait and like he gives you like an actual like bigger hug because you guys, you know, sort of shared some moments back and forth. He has blood splatter all over him. He looks like he like has a bow that's like, you know, on a table that he's been clearly using. He kind of seemed a little bit eager as you look him. Currently sitting over here, chugging a bottle of whiskey, clutching a dagger, um, is Caroline. Her hair is disheveled. She's got blood on her, like on her white shirt. Um, she looks like there's like one of those pamphlets sitting in front of her that's like right next to a plate of half-eaten food. um, Monty and Gina are looks like they are trying to do their best to tend to the wounded, as in like providing first aid, providing food, and providing drink. So they're like hustling, bustling around, trying to like keep, you know, everyone like, and especially get these newcomers who have come in, you know, to settle down, you know, get them calm. Uh, Mindy from Mindy's Marvels is over here by the fireplace. She is fidgeting with something in her hand. She's staring off into the distance and she is very clearly in shock. Over here, you see Brian. Brian made it somehow. He's sitting, you know, in the middle table. His hands are clutched around a pint of ale, and he is staring like almost through it. Uh, what do you guys want to do? This is a good place to end it. But if you guys have a little bit more extra time, there's plenty of RP that could happen because there are going to be a lot of questions.
Where are the others?
Fear it just goes. That's a good point. Who were the others? Who else was there?
Etrian went through the tree with a group. I figured they
Etrian?
I figured they would have gotten here.
Okay.
I don't know where Zilch and Max are. They wait. Did anybody see Zilch go through a portal?
Let us in! Let us in! Alharik runs to the door. Hey, careful. Can some of you guys open this door and just in case they're fucking with us? You said there were others, right?
I stand in front of the door with my
Alright.
pistol
Yeah, I'll
raised.
have a spell ready.
Yep.
Alharik
Eldritch
pulls
Blast ready.
3 arrows past his bow. Sheila, can you help us out?
For sure.
You're the only one that could pull the door, and it could be one person job.
Yeah, Sheila's just gonna grab the door and just.
All right. So you pull the door. It's a push. So
It's
you
a
push
push.
the door open, and you just see this little blue-skinned gnome dart into, and then behind him, Etrian, Max, and Akansha. I will also say that Zilch could make it in, or if you wanted to be part of the if you want Zilch to be here.
I was gonna say I think Zilch might still be asleep in the crow's nest.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way, that's fine.
Because he's got like the silence headphones.
Oh my god. All right. All right. So the rest of the party comes pouring in with a sigh of relief, and you can like take a head count of who's there, and you've got a lot of explaining to do. Caroline, you hear from Caroline, who's just sitting there with a bottle. She is very clearly half in the bag. Like, what the fuck is with all this shit?
Why were they saying your name? Are those your friends?
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe it's my ex-boyfriend who's come back to haunt me and just won't leave me alone for some fucking reason.
That seems to be a common
What did
theme.
you do?
I know all
What did you
about
do
that.
to piss him off?
Ugh.
And what did you? And who is Thaddeus Decatur? She like picks up one of those pamphlets and holds it in front of her. Who is this?
Oh, so that's who's doing this.
I don't know. Tolland? Somebody? No, it's a bad guy.
Those pamphlets are like. There's also like 4 or 5 that are scattered across the ground that have made it in.
What are they?
Would you like to grab one?
Yes.
Okay.
I would definitely try and figure out what's going on with those.
So you pick up the note. It looks like it is a handwritten note. But you picked up both of them, and it looks like they are identically handwritten notes. It says, "To whom it may concern, I hope this letter finds you well. It seems we had a bit of a mix-up, and I came into possession of some food that was intended to be delivered to you!" Exclamation point. I hope that you can appreciate that I have personally made sure that it gets to you as quickly as possible, and with a little extra present I know you all will enjoy. And since it's arriving so late, I figure I'd help you out and pre-cook it for you. There's a space. Charbroiled, just how you like it. At the end it says, it's signed, "Good luck, Thaddeus S. Decatur."
Oh, that guy's a dick.
Yeah. Apparently he laid bombs all over the place, and there's food. It was the food that we were supposed to get. Did you not see that? You guys are
We came in to set fire.
fucked. I mean, he said he was gonna, like, he had this big thing lined up beforehand, but what the fuck? What are we gonna do?
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Oh, I get it now. He's returning the favor.
You say that, and you just feel this big smack right against the back of your head. Harik's just sitting there, just like, dude, no, bad timing. Don't say that right now. And he goes, "Wow." He goes,
We're gonna have to go take care of
What's the
rest of
what's
this
the
pirates.
counterattack? I'm ready.
Well, okay. First of all, let's do we have a roll call? Do we know where's Trifa? Is everyone is the other building stone as well?
Yeah, there are other safe buildings here like this one.
No, and Monty comes up. Well, this is going to be the safest place here. Unfortunately, this is the only one that, and you can see that his sleeves are fully rolled up now, and he has Celtic tattoos that like are a hard sleeve that look like they are sort of like mildly glowing with this blue, like whitish energy. He goes, I could only protect so much. But I believe that, and he just looks so hard at Caroline, but she's got to be out there some way. And then he just turns real fast and then like goes to put his hand on Gina's shoulder as she's walking through with a new plate like of cooked vegetables and meat, and she's putting them down for the newcomers who have gotten here. Well, we got in a fight, and she said she was going down to she was going down to see Pothos because I don't know. She wasn't.
We're gonna have to go find them.
How long can you hold up this barrier?
But until I say so.
Oh, it's just indefinite.
Yeah, it's more of a I can cause the material to permanently transform, but it's like a one-way trip. So I won't be able to do it for probably another 24 hours.
Okay.
Like I won't be able to make the change.
Got you. Okay. I just, didn't wanted to make sure we weren't like on, it's that much of a crunch. Obviously, we're on a crunch, but
Hey, you forgot about us. Hey. Hey, let us in. It's Boris. Hey, let us in.
Do we know
It's
this
Santa.
Boris?
I don't think I
Yes.
know any Boris.
Heavy Neck just kind of grins and looks at Fear and goes, well, I don't want to let him in, but come on. Alharic pulls his bow out again in defense as Sheila, are you opening the door again?
I am.
All right. As you open the door, you can see that Asfa'eia's finest, all five of them, are able to hobble in, like just behind the other group. And it looks like they are in okay shape. Boris basically hops straight to Mindy, who is right there, and Mindy goes down and just gives him the biggest hug, and he looks at her and goes, so what can I do? And she just like gestures into the back, and he walks, and he actually has a little tiny apron that he pulls off of a hook and then puts on. It looks like he's going to go disappear and start to make some food into the back. Sandplow goes over and just reaches over and picks up one of the pony kegs and then just sits there and starts pouring these massive ale, like mugs of ale. Little Georgie limps over to the bar and sits like right down next to it. Has a little bit of a leg wound, but Sandplow hands him a huge mug. Leash and Quill, the two toad like individuals. If you go to your handouts, you can also see these people. So if you're Nocton, if you're curious, yeah, you're fine. It's just we're almost done. So as these guys enter the room and start to you can see that you've pretty much got a good head count now, with like the people who you know and Asfa'eia's finest. You hear blast out. It gets a little muffled as the door starts to close, but you hear this voice, kind of annoying, blast in through that door. All right, Caroline. I know you're hiding somewhere in this pitiful excuse for a town. You have exactly 5 minutes before I blow your little goat lady girlfriend and your little fucking friend Trifa sky high. You better get your sweet ass down here to the lighthouse. Pronto. And then the door finally closes. And Caroline just sits there and takes a huge gulp. That's my ex.
Sounds like a
He
great guy.
sounds like a wonderful being.
Yeah, I left him for a lot of very, very clear, probably glaring reasons at this point.
You are welcome to write their name on a bullet.
I would love to. Can I? Do you have something that I? We gotta go.
What can
We
we
gotta
do?
go now.
What can we do?
I don't know. It's a. Alhart goes. Let's start with a map. And so he pulls out this little tiny notebook, lays down, and goes, "What do we got?" And she draws you, the whole town basically pours over your shoulder, and they will describe to you that it's a straight shot down to the lighthouse. It's about a quarter of a mile. You have sparse houses that let's just take you back to Asfa'eia, because that's the thing. So now that you guys are at the Stargazer, they can draw you a map that kind of can dictates like, yeah, that house is there, that house is there. So that's kind of all we got. It's unfortunately it kind of opens up once you get around to the lighthouse. There's not a lot of cover once you get there. And as you guys are deliberating, a dagger shoots. Caroline walks up and stabs the dagger straight onto where the lighthouse has been marked and goes, I say we just go. We stand behind that one and we go. And she's obviously pointing at Sheila. She's also, I would say, if you have a passive perception above a 15, she's very clearly drunk.
Yes. Okay.
So I have to be real with you here. I have almost nothing left, and I know Magmal's got literally nothing left.
I have plenty of ammunition, but that is about it.
I'm
You have
not going to be
5.
of much use to anybody now, unless I can be very far away and not get hit.
Well, then do that.
Okay, I mean I can do it.
Alharik's gonna walk up. He's gonna put it. He's actually gonna stand up and put his hand on Caroline's shoulder. He's gonna I'm here if you need me. She's gonna put her hand on his hand. Look up, exchange, glances. He looks down. Heavy Neck kind of will kind of butt in and go, we're gonna save both of them, but we need to do so, and I can't believe I'm saying this again, intelligently. And I think if we're gonna do a brute force thing, it needs to be strategy. So what if we?
To save you the trouble, I believe strategy would be to rest at least a short while.
We don't have a short while. We have 5 minutes.
He doesn't know we're here, does he? He wouldn't.
I think so. I mean, I have no reason to believe that he'd be able to see because we didn't leave any survivors.
None.
I mean that is kind of a telling fact, though, the fact that there is a giant pile of dead bodies around this building. I don't think that normal townsfolk would have been able to do such a feat. Although, hold for a moment. Hold for a moment. You, sir, you're new. Who are you?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
So I forgot
Yeah.
in the hubbub. You're like ridiculous. Who are you and why are you here? And are you our friend? I think you are.
As you say that, Sandplow, who is going to pour himself another, goes, Oh yeah, Utag. Good to see you, man. When are you gonna come meet us on the fucking Oppo court?
Uh, Utag just nods his head, and then like casually just gets up like slowly and walks over and gives him like just a hug.
Oh yeah, he like pulls your shoulders when he's like because he's a rhino, so he has a large fucking horn, and he like puts his horn to your forehead. He's just like,
Mhm.
it's good to fucking see you. Glad you're alive.
It's been a long time. Sorry something like this had to bring us back.
Well, if I was thinking anybody who could be useful, I'm glad that you're here.
Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Gives you another hug. Sam
Uh,
Plow just is like, I get up, man.
um, and so I'll just turn to Finn and introduce myself. I am Utag.
Well,
You are
lovely to meet you.
a very skilled fighter, dog.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
some cool ass shit, dude.
It's
Thank
a
you.
crazy
one-
try.
At one time, I was very good, but I seem to have fallen off in my skills.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't. Who
I-
told you that?
So,
Okay.
Was it a
so
blind woman?
as we're all talking, Nocton is sort of just like wandering around Stargazer and just collecting as many little bits and pieces of metal as he can find.
Okay.
Um, and they're discussing what to do next. And I just like shove all of the dinnerware off of one of the tables. I put Eight's sort of chassis in the middle. I pull out my smith's tools and I just start kind of tinkering. Um,
Okay.
and you see me, people who are paying, like, start to notice this, look over at me, and I start to like hold up. I'm like forming this chassis into like a smaller shape. I sort of
Okay.
look over at Caroline. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Oh,
Caroline,
yeah. And I sort of look at over at her, and I kind of like compare it to her, and then I keep tinkering, and then um, you watch me imbue some sort of magic into my smith's tools, and in the next few minutes, there's essentially a new automaton that is exactly the size and shape of Caroline.
yeah. Okay. So roll a sleight of hand check, and add your proficiency if you're not already proficient.
How's that?
Very
You
good.
do this.
So well.
I mean, like you enter the flow state so quickly that it is bewildering at like the accuracy that you are, the movements that you're able to do. It's incredible. Like it's words fail me to describe how well and how quickly and how articulately you can like make this miniature automaton. Fantastic.
And I look over and say, would a decoy work as a strategy?
Now that's a fucking plan.
That's a great idea.
We have a fucking decoy.
Is this 9?
This is 9.
I'm getting
Oh,
it.
All right.
Alheric,
Yeah.
Loki, you're an asshole. We're not friends, but we can work together. Would your father be of help to us now? Because I can take the last of my shit and get us to your father if he would be able to assist us in some way.
We don't have a lot of time. All right. So let me roll. It's gonna be high. See if he remembers anything. I think he might have something for us. I don't know. I don't like to put my eggs in my father's basket right now. It does. I don't.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know if that's a thing.
Okay, then I won't bother using the rest of my shit for that.
No, if anything, I would say save your shit for the fight.
Okay. All right. Well, No time but the present. Right?
Yeah. How many people are in the Stargazer right now?
All of us.
Quite a few. There's
Yo,
like
can Sheila wants to solicit like potions, weapons, whatever is gonna gonna help them from
Alright.
everyone right now. She's just gonna carry a big like crate.
Good
so
call.
as
Brian,
yeah,
what you got for us?
what I don't have it's good to see you by the way.
Yeah,
But I
like what?
don't
Of course, yeah.
anything I had was at the Stargate. As was at my apothecary.
All right, I call bullshit, and because there's no way you left that apothecary without anything.
Roll an insight check, man.
Can I roll up? Can I be a perception check on his person as well?
Yo, Sheila's just gonna shake him down.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, good point. Yep.
Yeah. I would like to intimidation check him.
Intimidate.
So
Okay.
Finn calls
Yeah.
bullshit, but I guess he believes him.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of intimidating an old man here, and you hear from behind you. Well, that's not very wise to insult an old man who's clearly in shock. As you guys turn around, and Monty has 3 superior healing potions that are on a wooden platter that are sitting there uncorked. And he goes, I was saving these for, well, a get out of jail free card, but it seems that you guys are going to need these more than I. And he just he will just hand them to you.
Oh yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
You all can take that. I don't. I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna need one of those.
Boom, you got one.
Yeah.
Utog, you should probably take one. Pretty sure like I don't. You're ridiculous. I don't even know what to say about you.
Yeah, I think we might have watched you die almost.
Yeah, you might have watched me die. Sure did. We won't talk about that.
Oh, well,
Oh
okay.
well, we will, but not now.
We'll circle around to that
All right. So
later.
we have no time. So let's grab those potions. Let's get the fuck out, and let's just fucking go. Right?
Meet him there.
Caroline's already at the door with her dagger, and she goes,
And I say, Caroline, we need some clothes for the decoy.
Your pig.
she's like, open up the door. Open up the door to get outside.
Yeah.
So Sheila
Please,
opens
Sheila,
up.
or can you open the door?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So Sheila will open the door. She will go out and take a look around. She's going to see the dead mother that's outside, and she's gonna go and start pulling at the body. And right as she's pulling at it, you can see that there are like little glistening like droplets of tears that are like falling from her face as you hear this huge implosion of like this huge explosion echo across the street. You just hear again, TikTok, and that's where we'll end the session.
Jesus.
That guy's a dick.
Trying to be a TPKer or what?
Nope, you guys are fine.
Mm.
But yeah, so that'll be the end of it. We're gonna open up the chat so everybody who like was in both sessions can communicate and talk as if they have the time that they had, so that everybody who wants to be in the next session can be in it.
Okay.
So, and the more the merrier. I'm willing to entertain like more than 5, which is usually our limit. So, because this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, let's just go all out.
It's getting
Fucking
ridiculous, but
the Avengers movie meet up.
I
host 2 Zoom sessions.
Yeah.
I almost have
Few
only
Zoom instances.
cantrips left.
What?
I almost have only cantrips left and 43 health.
Well, you also have a warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You just gotta
Also
get
that.
all your affinity stones. Come on, you got this.
No, I forgot about cantrips. I have cantrips. Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys are like it'll just be close. But I'm really excited. So you guys are gonna be
I have enough to be invisible.
Yeah.
which could mean a lot of the difference.
Okay, before we hypothetically run there, can we go check those bodies? Because I want to know what's on them.
I will allow you to leave the Stargazer, and in the same like motion of heading towards there, you can go and make a. I will give you. You can loot it right now.
Yep, I want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna loot it. You're gonna loot it right now.
That's what I want.
What are we rolling?
Investigation, please.
Ah, brutal.
Fuck.
I have 22. I have advantage.
Okay, good. Nocton. So you find there is a sending stone on Estrada, along with 10 platinum in her coin purse, along with like a bunch of other like weird voodoo kitschy shit that she just keeps in there.
In
Of,
inventory, weird voodoo kitschy shit. Okay.
yeah. You could. There's the Kodo that she was using. It's still kind of in good shape.
The what?
The Kodo. It's a stringed
instrument.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
And then on Aldous, you would find 15 plat, and he's kind of pompous, so I'd probably just give him like he has like a small leather-bound journal that like details his exploits and his songs and like the ones he's like workshopping and stuff. So if you ever want a good laugh, you can go through Aldis's notebook. It's fraught with like.
This seems like a zilch thing, and I put in my pocket.
Yeah. So perfect. That's what you guys are able to find off of them.
Cool.
That's what we'll pick up.
Cool.
Okay,
dude.
it was a very long session, but I think it was worth it.
Now it's
Yeah,
good.
you'll have to answer to my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
And
Tell her it's my
Heavy Neck receives a sending message in his head. Where did everyone go?
Yeah.
Hey, your boyfriend's about to get blown up. Sorry.
Yeah.
We still streaming or?
Wait.
No.
Oh, no, we weren't.
no,
yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
Here, I will end it.
Night, guys.